with Pants. Mr. Pants.
Oh, what's going on?
What's going on, mate?
Oh yes.
Fuck all. Sitting here with your fucking dick out, wearing a robe, got me coffee.
There's no way I just pushed go live on YouTube and that is the first immediate sentence that you say.
What can I say? I'm fucking talented. At least it's not, you know, a permanent fucking text message from, you know, Azuki talking about balls.
Oh dear. Bunny was just saying, probably sitting there with his hand, and he confirmed it.
Oh, fucking look at that. Everyone, Bunny's thinking about me with my dick in my hand.
Anyhow, hope you're doing
Want
good.
a recap?
Yeah, I do.
Right, so, fucking, wait, that's by the dick in my hand. We're still in Komara, the Drukhari city.
Yes.
We've run into a couple of, fucking Urilet's fucking clan. One of them was turned into a chess piece.
Yes. That was strange.
And Urilet somehow found a way to call us the arsehole for it.
Yeah,
we then ran into an Elder Farseer who proceeded to try and act all snooty and like he was above us, despite the fact that he got captured and was being rescued by us.
Yep.
We killed a lot of Dark Elves. We killed many more Dark Elves, and then we came up the stairs into this portal here, and there was another Dark Elf who tried to stand in our way, so we killed them and a lot of other Dark Elves. It was actually a pretty tough fight, this one.
It was.
And, fucking, Keith learned a valuable lesson about overheating plasma.
Didn't he just?
And, yeah, so I do believe we're about to step through this portal and, fucking leave.
Well, we do have crippled arms for both my player and Keith. I don't know, it might be worth... Should we take care of that?
Well, let's step through the thing first, see if this, like, takes us out, because getting rid of those busted arm things isn't, like, a guaranteed with the medkits.
Okay, yep, we can do that. Also, YouTube comment, Adsky. It's okay. Apparently you need a magnifying glass to see it, so it's no TOS was broken, and his hands still smell like balls.
Fair.
But apparently he's in pain, which is not good, Adsky. I hope you work out what's going on there. Being in pain is not good. Tend to avoid that as much as possible. Oh, we're going to do a story system. Different narrator. Oh. Wow.
Challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
So, let me get this straight. Did they just go through the warp? Like, there's a webway that goes through the warp?
So the webway kind of flits in between real space and the warp.
Oh.
Because of the whole Slanesh exists, and if she fucking catches a whiff of Eldar soul, she turns ravenous and devours and does other things to the soul. Well, fucking Slanesh will take the soul and put it in an orifice.
Right.
And yeah, so they have this whole webway system that allows them to avoid the warp altogether.
Interesting. Wash the cheese under those nails pants.
See, it's really bizarre timing, if I can say that, Bunny, because I literally did just eat a piece of cheese, a slice of cheese.
YouTube must love you, Condi. I don't know why I bother. Anyways, old man, poorly shaved commoner in worn coveralls, eyes you with suspicion. He is clutching an auto gun that looks like it's one careless reload away from falling apart. The man narrows his eyes and inquires, "Oi, who are you lot? You're not bandits, are you?" Upon noticing a non-human in your retinue, the old man grimaces with contempt and clutches the Aquila hanging from around his neck. "And chumming around with inhuman scum, no less. Begone, you lanky freak. I compel you in Saint Cognatius's name, in Saint Nicomedes Keefe's name, in Saint Trusus's name." How many saints are there?
Enough.
Eklindel casts a weary eye over the commoner and inquires quietly, "Is this monkey possessed or simply mad?" I've got a couple of options here. Go with persuasion check. Saying, "I am the mistress of this planet and I require something from you." A coercion check. "Who am I, you ask? I'm the road trader, Von Valentius, on your knees, knave, while you still have them. Or suppose I can call myself an interdimensional traveler, and who might just you be?" I think we might try and roll the coercion.
Yeah. So do you recognize the planet we're on?
Yeah, we were here earlier.
Mm-hmm. This is where this is the agri world that is in your little sector.
Janus.
That's the one.
Hugh Janus.
Yeah, Hugh Janus.
Hugh Janus. Succeeded. The old man flinches in terror, drops his travesty of a firearm, and falls to his knees with a sniveling grimace. "Throne above, your ladyship, have mercy. Didn't recognize you. I'm just a lowborn, a small, humble man. I've only ever seen your lustrous visage on the holy icons in the temples of the capital. What do the people of Janus say about my abduction?" The man gives you a puzzled look. "What's that? Did some rot abduct you? Who could perpetrate such villainy? Kidnapping her ladyship, the nerve. We ain't heard nothing here on Janus." You think you're gonna go before I see that message? Which one? "I slept so awkwardly the other night that you bruised your calf." Oh, that's extra flavor. "Saving that one for later, the cheese under me nails. Gonna grate it over me food." Who are you?" "I'm a scout, your ladyship. I wander the woods. I test the soil. The tech priest told me, once 1,000 steps you've walked, thrust the mystical probe into the soil, say a prayer, press the smaragdine.
Smaragdine seal.
Smaragdine seal. Offer 3 prayers to the emperor."
Means.
I have no idea what that means. "Then press the ruby seal. Thus will the probe test the land and test." I can't keep up with this accent. "Tell you what minerals dwell therein."
Smaragdine, by the way, is a color.
Oh, what color is it?
Smaragdine is a rare poetic adjective meaning emerald green,
Right.
or pertaining to emerald. So push the emerald seal.
Right. So like a real dark but vibrant green.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I've never heard of that used before.
Well, that's because there are other words that to describe that, like emerald or green.
Jade?
Smaragdine. Jade, yeah.
All right, our things in the colony. I won't shame myself by complaining. We live, thank be to the God Emperor and your ladyship. We pray for your health every day. Our new masters, the Ultra Inquisitors, are a dignified bunch. They fancy the learned type, though no good ever comes from scholars. On the upside, they're paying you thrones for your service. Can you believe it? I hadn't seen a throne in my whole life. They're giving us 2 for every month's work. His expression darkens. There's this plague going around on Janus. Makes half your hair, makes your hair fall out, your skin go pale, and your voice disappear. Turns normal. Emperor fearing people into right freaks, scum of humanity. We call folks like that wretches. Scary to look at, better to put them down. Well, we do, little by little, with poison. Jesus. 10 out of 10 voice acting. Thanks, Diamond. How are you? Is the governor well? Can't say I've the foggiest. We've never even heard the governor's name. But it still beats living under accursed heretic Vistenza.
Get off the stage!
The bloodsucker. What am I getting fucking booed for, Adsky? I need a shuttle and some means of contacting the astropathic choir so I can summon my void ship here. In a jiffy, your ladyship. Please be welcome to our flying ferry. It's right over yonder in the bush. It's also where our expedition's Vox wizard is staying. McClindle shoots you a keen look and asks coldly, will your capital offer protection? I do not wish to exchange one prison for another. The old man glances at the Farseer suspiciously. Will that there chatty mug be flying to the capital with you, your ladyship? He's got an awful big mouth. He looks like trouble. Play into a heavier Scottish accent? I'm not even doing a Scottish accent. Shackle him and keep him imprisoned. Kill him. This one is of no further use to me.
I am saying nothing at all. I will not be pressing my finger on the scales one bit.
How about we run a poll? I want to run a poll and let Twitch chat decide. The vote will be vote 1. Yes, he's coming with us as a guest. So just put yes, guest. 2, shackle. 3, kill.
Say 1, he's a guest. 2, he's a prisoner. 3, he's a corpse.
Yeah, something like that. Do you know how to run a poll, or do you want me to do it?
I got no fucking idea.
Okay. Let me do that real quick. Let's see here. Great. I'm already hating the suggestions. Okay, poll. What to do with Farseer? Guest, prisoner, corpse. There we go. Duration, 1 minute. Go. The poll is up.
Yeah, and someone already has a vote in. I know it says corpse, but it is not mine. Like I said, I'm not putting my finger on the scale at all here.
Interesting. Where's the poll? It should be in the Twitch chat. Top of the chat, so to say.
Unless you're on mobile, in which case there's some weird fuckery going on.
Yeah. Welcome back from the Xeno Prison Arena thing. Thank you, Dookie. All right, and the winner is Corpse.
Corpse. And again, none of those were my votes. Just want to make that clear.
Okay. Who, this one? He's no further use to me. Can't believe you made me do this. Trash Goblin. Thank you for the raid.
Made you do anything?
There was a poll. They voted. It made me do it. I take no part in what I've just done.
Sure. Aside from putting it in their hands. like you had the ability to press 1 or 2.
Hello, Trash Goblin. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing people over. You've been playing 40k Rogue Trader as well. Chat just made me kill this person. Gobbo raid. I swear I didn't vote. No, you just got here more than once. Berry. Oh my, that is an interesting name. Berry. Got a lot of Warhammer lovers in your chat. Well, welcome on in. Well, this is our first playthrough. Well, it's not who I'm playing with. It's not his first playthrough. I think it's the furthest you've ever played, Rat Pants.
It's not the furthest I've ever played, but we have seen some unique dialogues and such that I have not experienced before, so...
Right, there we go. Yeah, well, thank you for dropping on by, and I hope you had a good time. I need to drop back a follow myself. Check it out. I don't think I've been there. Let me just mute my stream. Oh, God. I hate hearing yourself. There we go. Hope you have a ton of fun. Definitely had fun. It gets spookier the longer you play, right? Nobody voted on anything. You're imagining all of that happening. You chose to kill the Farseer. What is this? Is this some gaslighting going on, Diamond? Anyways, we've just killed this Farseer that helped us travel to this planet to escape the Drukhari planet. And chat made me kill them. Anyways, you show him your ladyship. Death to the enemies of humanity. You got a bit past there and decided that you wanted to start again as a dogmatic arbiter because everyone else can just die. Arbites are pretty cool. Why was there blood just splattering everywhere? That was interesting.
Probably because we're all injured as fuck.
True. But everyone, go drop a follow to Trash Goblin, please. Showing support over here. Takes 2 clicks. I just did it. You can do it too. And it's free. I factor generous Danrock. The high-ranking officers beam with genuine happiness. Danrock steps forward and solemnly says, "Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we are overjoyed by your return and thank the Emperor for it." The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make the sign of the Aquila on their chests. Others collapse to their knees with a prayer to the God Emperor on their lips. This wave of pious shock does not seem to discompose Ulfa in the slightest. He just chuckles into his beard and glances around curiously. Enjoy the next half hour of dialogue. Fuck me. I did give you the power ad skier, right? Why was there blood splattering everywhere? After I just killed a dude? Well, yeah, true. Porygon, we'll catch that. Heinrich von Valakullux approaches you. He's not looking his best. Seems he hasn't slept in quite a while. Lord Captain, allow me to express how glad I am that you've rejoined us, alive and unharmed. He stops and then his facade of sanguinified cracks, and he gives you another look. This one, full of turmoil. I would prefer. I will meet you in person after your briefing. I have questions. The decks overflow with dazzling shades of yellow as the crew welcomes its lady, and I join them in this greeting. Lord Captain, I'm so glad to see you. I nearly lost it when you up and disappeared on me. I was getting by on stimulants and recaf. I barely slept. Also, I could keep listening to the whispers for any clue. Just so I could keep listening to the whispers for any clue on how to find you. The only other time I felt so powerless was when Lady Theodora... Pardon me, Lord Captain, I'm talking nonsense. Pascal offers you a respectful bow. The return of the mistress in the temple is an event honored by the every spirit that dwells within the sacred systems and machines of this abode. First off, how much do you know about my abduction? Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with the party was lost shortly after the supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted. Your companions' kinspeople were immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we didn't find anyone on the ship to save for the crew, all of them have been butchered or driven insane. Irelette's expression is inscrutable, but her eyes are fixed on you and you alone. Since your ladyship's body was never recovered, we hoped against hope that you were still alive. Alas, even our most alert auger operators never spotted anything suspicious, and thus our ignominious failure put you in dire peril. Heinrich's gaze, tense and almost desperate, is focused on you, but he says nothing for now at least. Dare we inquire what happened to you, ladyship? I'm glad you realize you were to blame for my capture. You've not earned the right to hear about my adventures. Irelette helped the Drukhari abduct me and take me to Comora. Hostile stares fix on Irelette, and a spiteful whisper whips through the air. Xeno scum. Where's my ship been all this time? The officers' council decided to take the ship to Footfall, where one could hear the gossip of the entire expanse. Our agents tirelessly searched for information about your ladyship. Had we heard even a whisper of where you were imprisoned, we would have immediately launched a rescue expedition. You've been working, Dookie? Not a lot of time to be around. Been good, though. It's good to hear. You just got an email saying, Little House on the Prairie has been added to Netflix. Time for me to go. What is Little House on the Prairie?
It is an old TV show.
Oh. Thanks for letting me know that you'd rather watch that than me, Adsky. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel good. Super old Western? Oh yeah. There's a lot of good Westerns out there, isn't there? I've watched a few in my time now. I used to be skeptical about them, but some of them are like, got a pretty good carry-on story. Whilst you were absent, Lord Captain, we made every effort to find you that resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it, thanks to a favourable deal secured by the esteemed High Factor. The ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art auger systems and direction finders from Kiava Gamma. That's quite enough fawning and fussing. I wish to return to my duties immediately. Danrock throws his hands up, but the crew is overcome with joy and gratitude to the God Emperor. Nonetheless, your will is absolute. The Factotum smacks his lips awkwardly and adds in a quieter voice. Lord Captain, the senior officers will report to you shortly. In your absence, we received a number of astropathic messages and dispatches that demand your attention. Hey, Nomo S.
Yeah.
Betrayal, Bunny? What's going on there? Hello, Schwib. Go touch some butts. Oh, you mean kick some butts? The group of servitors suddenly stirs, their movements frighteningly identical even for automatons. They stare at you and say in perfect unison, "Hello, Nom OS have come to welcome you back. We sense that we sense that a great deed has been done, a vivid imprint on the existence. You did something very important. What was it?" Hey! Welcome back to the Continental Hotel, Pants Man. Try not to shit in the pool this time.
Fuck you, do what I want.
Courtesy to Swiptrich. Courtesy from Swiptrich, I should say, more or less. Thank you for the gift sub you did. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the support, Swip. Too kind. I don't want to know how you guys flirt with each other. It seems very risque.
Fucking, you've heard how we fucking flirt with each other. Repeatedly. That right there is how we do it.
And a fair being had. Wait, what? But I thought, like, most recently you guys were, like, doing... I hope it's not you and me, man. Fucking hell. I thought recently you guys were doing some cool stuff together and whatnot. We aren't supposed to shit in the pool. Where are we supposed to go? Preferably in the shit corner. It's a community corner. You guys can all take shits together. And you just leave it in the corner. And then
Right over there. Right there, yeah. That's the communal cloaca.
Yeah, communal loo. Let's go shit over there on that tile. It's just over by the pool.
It's kind of strange how, like, so many members of your chat community seem to be, like, experts on whatever bodily fluids and such tend to excrete from my fucking orifices or orify. Bunny talking about cheese, now Asky's talking about acidic shits.
But I do go shit in the corner of the pool. No, the corner that's near the pool, not the pool corner. People get it confused all the time. We have the poo corner that's just near the pool. You can take your poo and then you can go hop into the pool. Hey Shay. Second time coming to the channel. We're just talking about a poo corner of a fictional hotel that we have. Welcome back. G'day, Danny.
The hotel is fictional. The poo corner is not.
Any of the Twitch subs here and stuff all stay in the Condimental Hotel. And we have a fictional, apparently non-fictional, poo corner. Anyways, you've been caught up. Hello, Lord. You shit outside, then shit outside the pool, then put it in the pool. You shit outside the pool, then put it in the pool. What? I'm not following something here.
I think there may have been a bit of a typo there.
No. Yeah. So you shit outside the pool, and then you go jump in the pool to clean yourself off because you don't do shits
Well,
in the
no,
pool.
you just take your shit on the side, right? And then you go ahead and challenge the guy next to you to a fucking game of fucking cornhole.
What is cornhole?
That weird game where there's like a little fucking ramp set up and there's a hole in it. And you gotta throw little like corn sacks in.
No. Oh, corn sacks. Do you mean like the beanbag thing where you throw beanbags?
Yeah,
Into a hole. That's called cornhole?
that's one of the names for it. Yeah, but you know, in this case, instead of a fucking sack of fucking, because it was originally played with little like sacks of like corn sacks.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
So,
just
but,
like
you
you
know-
throw a beanbag in the hole.
That's what it is. What it started as.
I just didn't know the name.
Well, it's one of the names for it, and
No, but
yeah,
it's
except
salty.
instead
You
it's,
don't know cornhole. All caps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except in this case, we're talking about taking a shit and throwing it in the pool.
It's still played with sacks filled with corn. Right.
Well, now it's being played with logs made of turd.
In a fictional setting, we're not talking about real shits here.
Uh huh.
They're shaped in small squares. Yeah. I call
Small
them bean
squares, small
bags.
logs. Sometimes they come out in small balls. Sometimes it comes out just liquid, so there's no shape at all.
I just don't know what we call it here in Australia. What do we call it? Like beanbag toss. That's what we call it. Yeah, we call it a beanbag toss.
Is that what we call it, or did you just decide that's what we
No,
call
that's I'm recalling recollection mode right now, thinking back to my early days, my childhood days of playing beanbag toss. Or it's a hacky sack, not hacky sack, beanbag toss. Yeah. Thank you for the follow.
it? Yeah,
Nerdbert.
beanbag
Cheers.
toss, or apparently another name for it is just bags, but
Bags.
I will slap anyone who just says, let's go press some bags. Fucking
Let's go have some bags on the weekends. Now got another meaning. Yes, you invite all your friends out for some free games of bags, and they come for all the wrong reasons. Let's go get some bags and play together. They disconnected your YouTube stream yet for profanity? At this point in time, I would not be surprised, honestly. Yeah, it's beanbag toss. Thank you, Shay. See? Pre-drinking bags. Anyways, back to the game. We sense a great deed has been done, yes?
I have just learned from Google here that there is a group over in the States called the American Cornhole Association.
Proud member of the American Cornhole Association. That's amazing. That's incredible. Everyone should go join that. It's just about shitting in the pool and going cornholing. It's cornholing with poos, apparently. Okay. I triumphed over enemies of humanity by pitting the arch enemy's blight against that of Xenos. How is that a triumph? You desire other victories. We know that you do. You don't understand me. You don't understand people in general. That is why it all seems strange. NomOS learn. NomOS process streams of data beyond all limits of your imagination. We are certain we understand correctly. We must go now. We'll come speak with you later. We felt sadness when we could no longer communicate with you, and we were worried about your fate. One can detect with the naked eye the moment when NomOS leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle to their posts. I don't like how much power NomOS has over the stuff in the ship. You have national cornhole tournaments. That's incredible. You love some cornhole too, Bunny?
Also, last year that there is a what was it, an American finger jousting group.
Excuse me?
Yep, finger jousting is the other strange thing that goes on over there.
Some finger jousting.
Yep, it's an actual sport and it's kind of like a slightly more elaborate thumb war.
Okay. So if you invite out your significant other for some finger jousting, it's now just got a whole new meaning.
I mean, it's just someone's gonna fucking clarify then, what sort of finger jousting do you mean?
Well, I think it's better unclarified.
I mean, technically that one's called finger jutting, but...
Go do some bags and then do some finger jousting.
Fucking finger your bags.
Finger your bags. You do have finger jousting, buddy. HSP obtained. That is elite. I love a good HSP. Danny's in tears. You're welcome, Danny. I don't think it's the same as finger jousting pants, and I enjoy. Speaking of weird groups, did you know there's a group of called the Old Bastards Club? It's run by the RSL, and you call one of them an old bastard, and they can show you their members card, and then you have to buy them a beer. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. There's a lot more than just those two. A lot. Fill us in, Nerdbird. I'm all ears. Finger jousting / finger banging. Hello, Sayans. How are you? Welcome in.
Finger blasting.
Finger blasting.
Digit distraction.
A digit distraction.
Digit destruction. Or distraction.
Hmm.
Depending on if you're expecting it or not.
Okay, moving on. You finished playing FF9? Oh yeah, how was your experience, Saints? We need to talk. With your permission, I think we should continue this conversation in your study. I only have 1 or 2 questions.
That is no sense expected.
Your father was part of the club. You had to buy him so much beer. Think and bang an orangutan at the family zoo.
I was not
Okay.
expecting to read that.
Okay. Okay. If people are joining in this chat right now and they have no context, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Nearly finished the 3rd disc, late ice area. Ooh, okay. Creeping up towards the end. What's your party rockin' sayings? Pandora, Heinrich says with a distracted nod, his eyes glued to you as though trying to ascertain that it is really you, and not some devious lookalike. His face is pale and drawn, with dark shadows under his eyes. He has not been sleeping. Only take a minute of your time, I need to know what happened to you. You already know. I was kidnapped along with my retinue. I was in Comra. That's unbelievable. No. What's unbelievable is that you returned from that place, from the city that no one ever returns from. His eyes rove over you. How did you bear the ordeal? Are you alright? I feel terrific, however, you look a little peaky. Peaky? Fucking
See,
bit
that's
peaky.
wasn't not expecting it from Bunny, which is not expecting to read that sentence in general. Since we're talking about finger banging, finger blasting, and cornholing, the phrase finger blasting an orangutan at the family zoo doesn't really flow next.
Finger jousting's a fast-paced game similar to a thumb war where 2 players lock hands in an arm wrestling grip, their index fingers extended. Their objective is to quickly lance or poke your opponent's body with your index finger while keeping your locked hand under theirs. Imagine hearing this from YouTube where they can't see the chat or just hear your response. VV read Garnett and Steiner. Okay. Yeah, Steiner's one of my favorite characters of that game. Great story. Dookie, some of the conversations we've had, it's closer for E for everyone. Peaky. Sometimes I make mistakes, but this is letting a rogue trader disappear from under my nose. It's a new one. I gutted that accursed place where you disappeared. I found traces of Drukhari presence. I searched everywhere Xenos had been sighted. I tried everything to try and shake information out of the prisoners. He continues listing the methods he used to try and find you, and suddenly he's standing right in front of you, his eyes locked onto you, glint with barely restrained fire. Heinrichs. He's silent as he gazes you in the eyes, captivated. And as the tide of resisting surges forward before you realize what happened, he kisses you. Ugh. I'm gonna slap him. You forget yourself.
Yep.
He recoils, fear and shame. I humbly beg your forgiveness. It must be the lack of sleep. I do not know what I'm thinking. I will not inflict my presence any further. Hey, stop streaking, Saints. Leveled up, look at this now. Thought I hit peak internet earlier today, seeing an Instagram reel of a chick hit in the box with a golf ball. I just can't. I can't deny what is going on. What is going on? Bags, finger jousting, golf balls in the nether regions.
Everyone had to stop talking about, finger banging the finger jousting. You're
All
the one
in
who keeps
one.
coming back to it. Yeah.
Nah, I got it in the dunes. Stood in front of it, side old mate sliced at the ball so badly. Oh, that's awful. Because if that was me on the receiving end, same location, I would have probably just wished I died.
really wouldn't be thinking, holy shit, why do I suddenly have a box down there?
No, I'm saying if it was me in that position. Are you implying something that I would be?
You said you'd be in that position. That position
No,
is getting
no.
hit in the in the box.
No,
with a golf ball.
I said near that location. So my location would be my wang, if I need to be specific. She was surprisingly fine. Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure that would hurt. Danrock adjusts his jacket before addressing you. Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? The Expanse is in flames. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable Drukhari raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. Heard rumors of the fall of Satanal's pride, House Corger's world, and the outrageous sacrilege given how abundant and inexpensive promethium is there. Strife's broken out between House Winterscale and House Cordra. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces on footfall to draw them into a fist that will smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos Verban. You need her skincare, Zine. I think you need to, like, get her pain receptors. Oh, it was a chip shot? Okay. Well, it's still, like, if... Yeah. I reckon it's still bloody hurt. What kind of Xenos are attacking the Expanse? Drukhari. Squadrons both large and small invading the Expanse, unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands, and attacking ships. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they're lashing out. How for the worlds of my dynasty? The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere. Their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Veobo 6, mutiny has crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. Other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemy's humanity and do not succumb to their pernicious influence. So Xavius Kalkazar is leading the defense? Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar has declared himself Warden of the Coronus Expanse and has issued orders to his requisitioned troops. He's made Footfall his base of operations, as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the Cult of the Final Door and the abominable Drukhari. Pricey! You just sent me the reel. I'll have to check it out, Adsky. What's going on, lad? How you doing? How's your stream? Can we get a shout out for the lovely Pricey Pants, please? Thank you for raiding in. A few raiders in tonight already. Thank you. Trash Goblin and Pricey. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't checked out the awesome Pricey Pants before, always putting out more new content on YouTube, always doing some streams, always having a good time. Great human. You missed us talking about bags, finger jousting, and lobbing poos in the pool. Checking out the new Doom DLC. Everyone was pretty keen for that. Hey, I haven't even played Dark Ages yet. It's on my list of games to eventually get, because I loved Doom 2016 and Eternal. It's bloody excellent. Nice. I heard like there's supposed to be like a lot of story tie-in about the actual Doom guy and stuff. Yeah, it's supposed to be well worth the money, which is good. That's what you want from a DLC. Yeah, welcome on in, mate. Exactly, the esteemed Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar. Yep, I've read all that. And Cult of Final Dawn, the abominable Drukhari. He may be all that what currently stands in the way of the Expanse of being reduced to ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, the hallowed forge of the cognizance fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent out an enormous force. Now they and the explorator squadrons recalled from the front lines stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet. What's the source of the strife between the Incendiar and Caligos? When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traders to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Cordra heeded the summons while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it that his refusal was defiant in manner and served as a pretext for Lady Cordra to declare war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships were being hunted and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to the intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Kaitsa Tima, hunting down a Xenos fleet. Eldari, by all appearances. Is there anything else I should know? He lowers his head in thought. There have been some minor developments. If you so wish, I will gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want to take any time away from this occasion. Thanks for the report. Lord Captain, allow me to make a request, a personal one. Whilst you were away, the choir master received an astropathic message from Dargonis. It concerns my family. The Wizarians have been accused of treason against House von Valancius. Your family's showing the true colors at last. How is that possible? I cannot comprehend it. The seneschal shakes his head helplessly. The Wizarians have served the rogue trader dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but the news has come at a crushing blow. The accusations were leveled by or on behalf of the Drivestroms, the governing house. Under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have been required for your involvement, and my entire family would have been. But being of noble stock, Wizarians are entitled under an ancient custom to petition for a rogue trader's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain. He raises a glaze to you. Do not deny us that honor, I implore you. So the choir master sent a message to Argonis saying, I will personally take part of the investigation. I'm not even going to question him. He breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller. It will be done. Ideria hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard, bags under her eyes, her hair disheveled. Her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile. Thank you for agreeing to hear me out, Lord Captain. Here's the deal. After all that happened recently, the voices in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm handling them just fine, but I think I know a way I can get them out and settle them down a little bit. I keep having the same vision over and over. I'm walking down a corridor. There's a door at the end. I just don't know what... I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I need to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers. I feel the cold, rough metal. And suddenly I snap out of it. I always find myself staring at a wall in some compartment or another. I look behind me and all the doors on the way up are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Oh, the psyker is sleepwalking. The cue is to blow their heads smooth off. You should have been here earlier, Pricey. We were around a poll. What should we do with this farsi that we brought along? Everyone just voted to turn it into a corpse. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking. This is a matter of life or death. My gut tells me it's the last chance to deal with my powers. If I don't... Alright, we're gonna help her. Some of the darkness in her eyes clears and her smile widens. Thank you. I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know. Considering the chat that we've had since then, he's probably glad he died. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Pandora, Heinrichs gives you a curt nod, greeting. I apologize for barging in unannounced. I've received news that I must discuss with you. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles, the Achilles Shalander that was transferred into my remit by the colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance. Who is the colleague? Emlina Lichenhart, Sage to the Lord Inquisitor. Tell me more about her. Who is she? She's an acolyte who's assigned a different range of objectives in the Coronus Expanse. Throne take me, I'm still trying to hide information from you even when I'm asking for your help. Emlina is a sage, a unique acolyte in the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She's entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did, and talking to her is a strange experience. But that is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emlina is an incredible scholar and an expert on the forbidden and the illicit. And of course, she's a loyal servant for the Golden Throne. You say strange experience, what does that mean? Since birth, Emlina and I has been different from other people. Specialists from the Inquisition enhanced her natural gift of hypermnesia. Certain procedures that can be done, she creates separate blocks of memory, which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box might contain the information about a recent mission in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memories. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye. It is how the price of one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition. Seems like a pretty decent power. I wouldn't mind that. You said the forbidden and the illicit. What does that entail? Emlina carries a knowledge that is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, and it cannot be entrusted to logs or cogitators. I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden. To come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is especially trying ordeal. Emilina's hypermnesia has been enhanced, so now that she remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she's examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field. Doing post-stream stuff, did we blow that psyker's head smooth off? I saved him. So we're gonna find her door. To her door. That's a Paul Kelly song. No Paul Kelly lovers? Pants? You don't like Paul Kelly?
I'm kind of indifferent.
You failed to mention Kalgazar has other agents operating in the Coronus Expanse. I believe I have a clear picture of Emlina now. What was her message? Message is incomplete and distorted. It's impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing that we know for certain is an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Photon 4, remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation, but whatever precipitated this request, Emlina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. I know a rogue trader has more than enough matters to deal with, nevertheless, so I would like to officially request Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. I have no authority to demand anything from the House von Valancius, therefore I am confining myself to a request, for the sake of the Coronus Expanse and the Imperium. You've seen it 3 times, and you've seen him 3 times, you'd see him again? That's sick. I haven't had the privilege of seeing him live. I reckon he's a great artist. Yeah, we'll help you, Heinrichs.
All right, who else wants to come and ask for a fucking favor?
So many of them. Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done. Slither all you like, heretics spawn, but you'll never leave this ship unscathed. The bridge is enveloped in an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in corners, looking at curiously that is transpiring in the center. What? Observe silently. Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge. For how long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Pandora, this foul traitor, who's already dragged you into darkness once, and who almost left your protectorate without its sovereign? Rogue traitor. Has Eldari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Comra, your retinue. You know what became of them. It is not high time that justice was done. Those present nod wordlessly, but do not dare interfere. Now this fine spectacle. The inhuman gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh. Irelet does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperturbable expression, she watches the crowd before her, then turns her gaze to you. Anyone else want to share their thoughts? Viliret does not deserve death. For her, it would be a release from this sorrowful lot of being unclean Xenos. But we do deserve her death as payment for what we have endured. She serves as much as a clear example that the great powers bestowed by the warrant must be always used with great caution. That is the end of her usefulness. I think you've shared enough for now. You're reading the game text, never mind.
You know when you sit there and you play Oblivion and you do the persuasion wheel, certain things will like change their facial expression?
Yeah.
That's just what happened when you were going down through those fucking bottom few options.
What? How?
That's what my face was doing.
Oh. I was like looking at Irelet's portrait thinking it was her. No, it's Pants getting too excited.
What?
We did promise her on the planet to give her another shot.
Again, this is entirely your thing, sir.
And also, Argenta admitted to killing the previous.
Well, yeah, but Agenta has also killed many, many things, like, and she killed Theodora because of, heresy, not just to be a murdering fuckhead.
She'll now apologize, and that will be enough. Contorts with a mix of emotions from anger and hatred to dejection and despair. Musters the courage, and in a subtle, barely audible voice says, "My words will not heal the wounds on your bodies. And still, I regret that you had to endure because of me. Words will not fix what has been done." The Xenos apologies ring hollow. There is neither repentance nor truth. Disappointed by the outcome of your confrontation, the officers present slowly return to their duties. Do you really not care about what happened, or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? I am. Sorry that my mistake led anyone along the paths of the Dark City. I can see their pain and rage, and I understand. Words and pity will not help them. Time, perhaps revenge, will dull the pain for a little while. But you have taken away their chance of revenge, Alantark. And all we can do now is wait.
Yeah.
Are you all right? Your monkey have had it worse. I will live. The wounds of my soul will eventually heal. They will live too. Their souls will forever bleed painful memories. They will forgive you, not all of them, not right away, but they will. You can't believe that. I do not heed words of comfort. Your words of these monkey do not touch my soul. Only your thoughts matter. There we go. That was indeed about half hour of dialogue. Duke was right. We can talk to Abelard.
Lord Captain.
I mean, you can talk to everyone. Is this the bridge?
Lord Captain.
Lord Captain? Lord Captain?
Where do we want to go? Oh, do we want to talk to the quartermaster? Just some trades?
Actually, yeah, it could be a good idea. It's number 7.
All right, where should we start?
I suppose we just start from the left. Start with Hieronymus.
Go nuts.
We.
We're doing the rogue trading. A rogue trader. How's everyone's Friday, Thursday fucking in between?
Oh,
It'd probably be a Saturday for New Zealanders right now. Oh, what'd we get there?
It's about 1 AM for New Zealanders. We got a Dark Visionary Hood. This hood grants the wearer plus 10 bonus to willpower and 15% damage to psychic and navigator powers, but inflicts a negative 10 penalty to weapon skill and ballistic skill. That would be for Cassia. And we got the Rusty Heavy Rock Saw.
Yeah, which seems low damage.
Yeah, it's just a big heavy weapon.
Right. As soon as you got to this point, you couldn't get back to the Valancius homeworld fast enough. Abelard needs help. I'm fair for that guy. Yeah, Abelard's cool. Yeah, been keeping well, Sands. Had a great day with daughter today. Went to Science Works, a little museum that's all about science and technology and such. On to the next one, Pants.
Okay. Yeah, on to the next one.
All right. The Zeta 42. Questacon in Canberra. I don't know what Questacon is, but it's basically they got all interactive science and technologies and stuff on display or activities you can do.
Next one.
That this guy looks looks like he's straight from the Matrix or something.
He looks like I don't know if you ever saw the fucking the Men in Black animated series.
No.
Well, during like the intro for that, there was a fellow who looked just like him. Look at that, we've got some more stuff.
Ooh.
Why do all these like heavy weapons have such low everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been Canberra for decades. I think Science Works has been around for decades as well. Like I remember it being there when I was a kid. Been giving Teal a crash course in 40k. I'm still getting a crash course. And I've been playing this game for fucking weeks, months. Did she fall asleep face first in her HSP?
Alright, next one.
Rizza.
Swashbuckler Cloak. Whenever the wearer has 2 melee weapons equipped, you gain weapon skill and crit damage, and fucking modified splinter pistol, which looks like it's more fucking Eldar nonsense.
More fucking.
Yeah, more fucking.
Do love a bit more fuck. And the ship person.
We've got nothing for this guy. Apparently, give me 1 sec to quickly look at.
I think it is a lay day. But with a name like that, I can't decipher. Austerius Thorfast.
Yeah, no, we got nothing for these guys.
Oh. Bugger.
Go back to Raza for a sec.
Riser. Isn't it Rizza?
Either or. You knew who I meant.
I did. Deedly doodly, I did.
Pair of boots.
These boots were made for melee. Melee's what
thanks.
they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna melee all over you. This guy looks like the priest from Diablo 2.
This guy, you've met him twice already.
Yeah.
That's everything we can give to him at the moment. Still need to go through and get rid of some of these. Like, goddamn. For
Yeah, we could. There's so much stuff we could turn into cargo.
yeah, I just put like 30 odd fucking things into cargo, and that was just in like 2 stacks of items, because it was all just Eldari armor.
Like, what's this storm bolter? It's only 10 to 14.
I can't see which one you're looking at, sir.
It's like level 9 rep. It's so crap.
Level 9 Stormbolter. Yeah,
It's like so average. Even like going down, like it doesn't get good until.
not everything's going to be great, but at the same time, like if you haven't had anything good to put onto a particular character, then that might be like an amazing upgrade depending on what sort of path you've taken.
I go right down to the bottom. Even then, like some of the stuff, like you go, oh, do I trade it or not? Interesting. Anyways, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Zeta. Zeta?
Um,
Oh, we can get that already. Speed of concentration.
we got nothing from it at the moment.
The wearer gains an additional 1 AP for each consecutive turn the wearer has not moved, and it stacks 5 times.
None of our people really like just sit there, so
Except my character, really. Alright, off we go then.
any particular reason you suddenly have 4,000 grommet in your head.
No. I think it says, right, off we go then. I think that's what was in my head. Alright, let's go to Huge Janus since we're right there. Your ladyship, Huge Janus, is reporting about a disaster. Ghostly Xenos figures that appear in dusk and go away at dawn. A ravenous swarm, and they attack one agricultural facility each night, freezing everything they touch. They take place in the complexes closest to the uncontrolled sector of the planet, where the nature itself's turned against us. Not too many facilities were damaged. Our inconceivable struggle has moved to the borders of the affected sector. The important production lines have survived. What think my advisors? Certain events on board, I became interested in ghosts. I brought a book, an illegal one. Okay. Adira just... I really don't like them as a character. They're really not that enjoyable.
Jeez.
Instead of relying on wicked waves, I would be better to turn to our good priests.
Agent, on the other hand,
We'll lose a complacency check, but we'll gain mysterious silver. Adira will lose security, and we'll get the silver. What's spawning these wraiths? Is likely. They gather at the borders, the break of dawn, in a whirl of wild dance, howling and destroying living things. What do we know? Then incorporeal and difficult to discern. They happen to have Eldari features. Spirits draw warmth out of humans, plants, and inanimate objects. They do it not hunt consciously, but rather they simply do not notice anything in their way. They dissolve into mist at dawn. The wraiths do differ among themselves. Dark as the void, and others are like stars. Logic succeeded. Something's not right. The wraiths appear on the planet's outskirts and rush towards the heart of the contaminated region instead of invading from within it. Their differences may suggest that there are two groups of wraiths opposing each other. How much complacency we do? Oh, we got more security than complacency. What would you go with? Cheese. What would you go with, Pants? Like, we're just talking numbers here, not like whether you're like a Dira or a Gentamore. Because we've got 8 complacency, 10 security.
And let me just quickly, what was... I would probably go security.
Okie doke.
As in maintain the security, I should say.
Oh.
Oh.
At an appointed time, dozens of psychers around Janus started a rite known as the Ritual of Silence. No catastrophe followed, none visible to the naked eye at least. Visible force pushed the wraiths away from the structures and stopped their horrifying dance, and shielded the Lord Captain's subjects from the rampage of the Xenos. Oh,
Ta-da!
we gained
Yeah.
3 security.
And gain +5 profit factor.
Nice.
And you've got another project you can start.
Do. So we can go Secret of Winter Scales, Promethium, Chemicals, Fellowship of the Void goes up, Security goes down, Science of Virtue, Reputation with the Drusians will go up, Profit Factor goes up, Drusian Rep goes up, Dogmatic goes up by 10, Provisions go up by 6, Zamakand will get Pollen of the Unreal, replenishing, toxic damage 20%, armor pen, damage dodge reduction, willpower resistance if failed, the creature immediately attacks an ally. Pandora gains the poisonous nectar. Level of toxin inflicted by the rogue trader of the allies increases by 3, and Casabagila mission gets rep increase. Reputation with the Casabagila will go up, people will go up, Xenotech and chemicals. That's all locked. So yeah, we can go. I mean, that's all just net positives. There's no negative to that at all. That's all net positives. But the winter scale one looks like we lose a security and we just gain, you know, more stuff.
I'll leave this one entirely up to you because they all. Again, though, remember to take a look at the next rank down because some of those will require a certain one of the previous rank to be done to be unlocked.
Hmm.
Like all the way down the bottom there at rank 5 there, you've got Shelter, Xenovivisectory, and Pleasure World.
Oh, okay. Those two aren't specified. Great Fire, Captive Xenos. Just one time at band camp. What's up, Adsky? Hmm. Got a lot of provisions already. Chemicals and promethium. Kind of got a lot of that.
Just what do you do with the stuff? I'm going to refill my coffee.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go science special reputation with provisions. Let's do that. And I think we'll run with that same party except for Urilet. Put Solomon back in. I hope streams are being kind to you, Saiyans, and also Swippy. Picked an awkward time because Pants needed to go get a coffee.
Yeah, but I can still just, yeah, shit.
Alrighty.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Pretty sure there's a mission to do here. How do you think Kefka laughs? Something along those lines. We used to have Kefka laugh as a notification. I wonder if it's still there. It used to be Command Kefka.
There will be no peace.
I don't think I have it set up though. It sounded like depression. I mean, look. I'm not depressed. I just don't know how to do the Kefka laugh. I wonder. Hang on. Do they actually have it? No way. They actually do. That's crazy. Oh yes, I better level up Solomon. ballistic skill. We'll do that. Entrench. Controlled shot makes sense. 40, 77, 67, 100, 40, 85. Negative 170 law warp. Okay, demolition. A lot of fun. I
That's
really
my
enjoyed
character. I'm the trash man.
Trash Man.
I come out.
Final Fantasy IX moment where something got to me. Stepped away for a quick coffee break. Nice. It's good that games can make you feel something, though. Don't feel bad that made you feel something.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Okay. Did I just come to Janus for no reason?
You may well have. Also back.
Oh. Anti-games make you feel something? I mean...
I can remember this one time when I was playing Final Fantasy X, I felt something. When I turned the console off and I felt relief.
I'm replaying that again right now. On the PlayStation.
Cool.
Going for that flat.
In this tapestry of a world,
I think to myself, why am I doing this? And honestly, I got no idea. Did I just go the wrong way to the ship? Where's the ship?
Oh, there is loot.
There is loot. There's also someone here of importance. I don't know where they are.
There's another
Phyllis
one.
Quince.
Yeah, we spoke to him during the whole.
I've uncovered the servant who betrayed the governor. Here's the place. You'll find his body.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Void ship? I think so. I thought there was something to do here, but maybe I was wrong.
No, we were just dealing with that whole wraith situation.
Oh, okay, I see. You heard something outside the game. Glad I wasn't drinking my monster drink, you would laugh. Governor Visat's estate and the rebel base, points of interest detected. That's why I thought there was something going on there.
You know, there's just points of interest, like, because we've been there before, so,
Right.
like, the points of interest is still...
Gotcha. Gotcha. Where should we go then, sir?
So, if we go to our quests...
See my quest made of real gorilla chest.
Exactly.
See
So
my
we can
sweater,
continue
nothing better.
on to the planet Jesevon to find traces of the genius of the cult.
Yes.
There is old mate on
Just tell me where to go. Pick a spot, Pants. I don't want to make a decision today. I want you to go here, Condi, and we'll go do it.
no, because this is going to be one of those things where, you know, it could affect things later on.
I don't care.
Depending on what you choose to go now.
Just
So,
choose one. Just Just
Alright,
pick a random one. We'll go there. Fuck it. We bowl.
fucking... you know what? Fuck it. Let's go do fucking Heinrich's thing. Gatrafel's Calamity
Gatrafel's
name.
Calamity.
Is the name of the place we need.
Yep, it's right at the tippy top.
Fucking let's go.
How the fuck do I get there?
Or we go straight to Mundus Valencia so we can give Abelard a hand with his stuff.
Well, that is on the way.
Fucking wait, is it Mundus Valencia that has it? No, that's Targonis.
We're visitors. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do we have visitors when I'm warping? Let's do the time warp. No, we've got guests again. For fuck's sake. Why are we getting rounds of applause?
No, you probably fucking farted and didn't follow through or something.
Your ladyship, members of the crews have made requests to allow them to proclaim their most profound devotion to the Lord Captain, personally, young man. Your Highness, gracious Lord Captain, let me speak on behalf of the crew and everyone. Officially, so to speak, the kind leader you are, you treat people known in every corner of the expanse, from football, the poorest, dirtiest, most unremarkable planet. Dedication to the human spirit and goodwill. Everyone wants to serve under your command. There's no end to volunteers. We were clearing out an abandoned sector and new living quarters. We found a forgotten vault. The bilge of the ship, literally beneath our feet. Turned out the vault had some century-old weapons in it and took a bit of odd, but powerful for sure. Tech priests helped us assembly and consecration of the weapons. Apart from the weapons, the crew have sent one more from the bridge as a token of their eternal gratitude. Ancient mechanism, where our tech priests have dubbed the Celestium Observatorum. Alas, the machine spirit refuses to heed their rites. It makes this device more symbolic and aesthetic and practical in purpose. Let's see it. Okay. Oh, it's like a telescope. Looms over the deck. The spirit of the ancient mechanism has gone silent. Words intrinsically are inscribed in the frame. Keen gaze saunders the darkness sublume with deceit and reduces all corruption to ash.
It's a sextant.
What's that?
It's an old device that was used on like nautical ships and such, like ocean-bound vessels.
Oh,
That's just a really big version.
a sextant.
Sextant. Sextant.
Oh, sextant. Mundus Valancius. Jeez. Doggone. Crimson Haze.
You can start the next project
Next
too.
Project. Caspicillion Auction. Profit Factor Rep. Xenotech. We get some two-handed weapon called the Ashen Breath. And Holy Prophet. We get Eyes of Jose.
This is for a sanctioned Saka.
Pleasing the Tide. Well, I'm a unsanctioned psyker now. Drusian security. Call to arms. Power armor. Ooh.
Don't think anyone can use power armor yet.
So even old mate.
Old mate, huh?
Ufa.
He's a Astartes. Like, the stuff that he uses is going to be specially made for people of his size.
Right.
Like, you know how, all of his equipment, no one else can wear it because they don't have is an Astartes thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's also the reason why he can't use anyone else's equipment. Because it's not, it doesn't fit him.
That's my character.
Gotcha.
I'm the trash man.
Hello,
I
Dorko.
come out.
How are you, bud? Let's just do Casper Killian auction because it's a rank 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it's a melter. Nice.
5 years ago and 9 months. That's crazy. How long have we actually known each other now? That's the real question. Followed you since high school, exactly. You're in the bushes? You moved again?
In the bushes with some Vassar, dropping a nugget.
The Amy face. Her mum sold that place up. They moved shop at the border of New South Wales and Queensland now. Stand aside, no need to crowd around. Ooh. Murder. That spa was weird. So our friend Amy B, she had this spa and it had like this setting and it like rotate the water around in a circle. So you're like sitting in this spa, you just go. It was fucking weird. Cool, but weird.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help. Confronted by the sight of dead bodies at the entrance of the palace. The corpses have been hauled into a pile, and some are dressed in uniforms of palace wardens. Others are arrayed in clothing typical of the Dargonis nobility. Upon seeing you, the young enforcer stands attention and swallows noisily. His voice trembles as he said, "Your ladyship, we're honored by your presence." Medicae with 97% chance examine the assailants. Bodies of the assailants are studied with many augmetics, but upon closer inspection, you realize that they're not merely implants. Their construction makes it clear that the deceased were not humans, but in fact rare, high-functioning servitors. Ooh.
Action!
Oh god. That's for Yakuza. That's Yakuza only, Dorko. Can we refund in his points, please? Same. Don't tease me like that. Breakup Theory aren't doing another track. Still at voice acting? I can, but that's specifically, I made that up for the Yakuza playthrough. But I'll honor it for you. How's that sound? As far as I know, House Gaprak has received such servitors from the Crimson Priesthood as gifts in the past, although this is my first time seeing one myself. Pointing at the dead bodies, and we ask, what's this mess? You see, your ladyship, those people wanted to attack. He clears his throat. Second Lieutenant of the Palace Guard, Ellen White, reporting. Shortly before you arrived, we averted an assassination attempt on the rogue trader. The palace soldiers detected intruders and engaged them in combat. Where's the court chancellor, Clementia Wazarian? I think she's with the rest of the House Wazarian, detained in the throne room. That is, Governor Driveston has gathered all the Dargonis nobility there to pronounce the guilty verdict against the House Wazarian. Why is the governor not here to greet the rogue trader? I do not know, your ladyship. Perhaps he is... He throws a fearful gaze at Abelard. You can probably find him in the throne room, where the governor intends to put House Wazarian on trial. Alright. I'm gonna bust in and... Oh, by the way, Dorko, whole new meaning to getting... having, you know, playing with some bags on the weekend and finger jousting each other. You know what that's all about? Apparently playing bags is just like hacky sack. Well, not hacky sack, beanbag toss. And finger jousting is an actual sport. You gotta level up old mate.
Yep. Already on it.
Job's done. You're on 9 News. My old best mate's been on the news a few times. Line of duty. Can't believe I've done this with that clip. I mean, look.
What lies beyond?
You had to be there. Bag toss and finger jousting. Doing bags and finger jousting. Can't believe you've done this.
Wait.
Hey?
I was still doing Abelards.
No, you weren't.
I was.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh, you can still do it. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. What's that Twitch badge you have, Dorgo? What is that? What have you got there? I can't tell what that is. Borderlands 4. Okay, cool. Interesting. That's a new one. It was a fun game for 3 days. I feel like Borderlands 3 really sucked for me. I don't know what it was. I got through that whole game and I was just like, did I even just play a game?
I think you and I started Borderlands 3 fucking way back when.
Maybe.
And
I also played it on PlayStation, I think.
Because, yeah, I recall playing, pretty sure I did like a little bit of it with you, and after that I just put the game down because it was one of those fucking, it just didn't do anything.
Yeah. It's like, did I play a game or what happened?
Yeah, like I got partway, I was like, I'm putting this down now because, like, it wasn't, there was nothing terrible about it, but there was also nothing entertaining about it. It was just, eh.
Yeah, it just existed. The Penn and Teller boss in 3 is... Yeah, look, there's like those little moments, but it's not enough to be like, that was a good game. You just go, it was a game. Like, it was a game. I don't know if 4 is any better or not. Like, Borderlands 2, though, you can go back and play that now. And, like, the replayability is like a fucking... It's an incredible experience.
Fucking, you can keep playing that game as Krieg all day, every day.
Yeah, 2's iconic. Agreed. Can you ask Pants if it is as bad as Star Citizen?
Well, no, it's not as bad as Star Citizen. Like, it's just it's a non-game. It's just, eh.
Yeah, it's just a game.
If you liked 3, then, you know, go nuts and all, but yeah, it didn't hit any, it didn't strike any boxes with me.
Didn't strike any boxes like that woman getting hit in the box with a golf ball.
Exactly. There was no golf balls, no boxes were struck. fucking no orangutans with finger blasters.
It's no Mario vs Sonic Olympics. I've never played Mario vs Sonic Olympics.
Well, I did not even know that was a fucking game.
There you go. It's a
But
game.
then I also do tend to not go near Nintendo these days.
So you're more of a Nintendo kind of guy, would you say?
Yeah, I would. Just gonna suppress that pun for later.
We need to watch the trailer. I'll need to watch it, sure. Cheese.
Still need.
The legendary magician duo Penn and Teller ventured into gaming with multiple titles. Their creation is Penn and Teller's Smoke and Mirrors, unreleased Sega CD collection of cruel party tricks and various simulators stupefyingly like reality. They also released a VR title called Penn and Teller VR FU, U, and U. What? Your ladyship, tis an honor. Governor Urban Striveston seems to materialize out of thin air, so suddenly does he emerge from the crowd. I regret to inform that such unfortunate circumstances have occasioned the rogue trader's visit to the capital. Your ladyship, you are here. Please, you must hear us out. Clementia tries to take a step towards you, but the warden nearby stops her, and her face is veiled with fear and weariness. The rogue trader is undoubtedly here to listen to the testimony of each and every one of us, and to punish the traitors. The governor's words directed at Clementia are harsh, and they're echoed by the scornful sneers and whispers of the assembled nobles. We've known each other for many decades now, and we have had our fair share of disagreements. But do you really think my flesh and blood would trample upon every definition of honor and loyalty? The governor sweeps over his gaze on Abelard and then replies with a faint shadow of doubt in his voice. We have evidence implicating them, Abelard. I'm sure that her ladyship will arrive at a fair ruling. Smoke and Mirrors is a game where you do a road trip in real time that takes 10 hours and you can't stop and you can't save. If you get to the end, you get a single point, and that's the game. What? What's the charge? A succulent Chinese meal? Disruption of logistical lines, bribery of Adeptus Administration officials, document forgery, organization of heretical insurrections. On top of the evidently devastating economic impact this has on your protectorate, these criminal acts have impeded the delivery of the imperial tithe, which in turn has drawn the administration's attention. Needless to say, the esteemed Adeptus Arbites cannot ignore this situation either, and before their representatives arrive at the palace, we are obliged to identify and punish those responsible. Clementia, I wish to hear your account. Your ladyship, House Viserion, denies all charges laid against it. Clementia glances at the governor with defiance. These last few months have indeed been trying for Dargonis. We have done our best to remedy the situation. My family's effort was focused on stabilizing the capital's logistics and economy, so much so that we failed to notice the web of intrigue unfolding behind our backs. And with that, there goes the voice acting I had to do for 10 minutes. What happened on Dargonis in my absence? When we caught wind of the rumors of your disappearance, we patiently awaited the news of your return. But then Dargonis was struck by a series of terrible events. The first was the sabotage of logistics that hampered shipments, mass unrest that spread through the entire planet, and the minor noble houses began squabbling among themselves, trying to pin the blame on their rivals. We took great pains to calm them down and managed to quash the revolt, though not without some outside help, unfortunately. These events have also been overshadowed by the I'm ashamed to even say it out loud in front of you, your ladyship. The rumors circulating among the higher houses. Governor stammers and takes a deep breath. Some were calling for Theodora's true heir to be installed as the head of your house, Kunrad Voitvir. Not all of your subjects have forgotten his past efforts for the benefit of the Trade Protectorate. Drivestem stops talking, watching you with tense expression. When the investigation was launched, the evidence led us to the Wazirians. 6 years, 6 months. God damn. Long time. That what my age again redeems, always fun. And why are there dead bodies at the palace? Your ladyship, I humbly beg your pardon. You see, right before your arrival, the guard discovered a plot to assassinate you. Malefactors were disposed of before they could cause you any harm. Drivestem, you aren't accusing one of the Dagonis leading noble houses of treason without airtight evidence, are you? Of course I have evidence. The investigation has established that members of the Wazirian family, which is responsible for both Dagonis fleet and logistics, have used their contacts and influence. Excuse me. To forge a host of documents in order to undermine the planet's supply and routes of economy, thus fomenting unrest among the inhabitants. Allow me to introduce my son, Cornelius. The governor points to the lanky young man standing beside him. He bows curtly but avoids meeting your eye. Cornelius holds the prestigious position at the administration palace. It is thanks to him we managed to identify and trace the entire chain of forged documents. Investigation led us to the perpetrators, who admitted to acting on the orders of members of House Wazirian. It was they who were intent on spreading the idea of restoring the title of Rogue Trader to their true heir. Oi, Keithy's awareness. Look closer at the governor's son. Noticing the close attention of the Rogue Trader, the young man averts his gaze. His long face is sweating, and he presses his dry lips together tightly to a thin line. He seems afraid. Speak to the heads. Do you support the governor's accusations? Aristocrats in attendance exchange glances. The noble lords averting their gazes, and the noble ladies hiding behind fans. No one's willing to be the first to answer. Sourback. Over his many years of service, Governor Drivestem earned Theodora's trust. He holds high office for a reason. On behalf of House Sourback, I support his accusations. Regina. My apologies, your ladyship, but I wish to speak too. Regina looks to your eyes with a tender half smile, turns her gaze onto her husband. Of course I agree with my husband. Governor Drivestem would not press charges against anyone if he was not absolutely certain of the authenticity of the evidence that he had unearthed. I think anyone here would agree that anyone who ever doubts the authority of a true rogue trader should be prosecuted. I am sure, your ladyship, that you will eradicate the scourge of heresy from your domain. Bows to you deferentially while maintaining eye contact with you. Gaprak. Your ladyship, Governor Drivestem has always faithfully served the rogue traders of the House von Valancius and concerned himself with the future of your trade dynasty, and so House Gaprak thinks his charges against House Wazirians to be sound. The augmetics hide Tarina's emotion. Her voice sounds timorous. What's timorous? Like nervousness?
I'm guessing so.
Weak? I humbly ask you to allow me to speak in my defense, my family's honor. The evidence provided by the governor is utterly false. I cannot refute it, but I can say with confidence that no one from my family has ever tried to forge documents in the Adeptus Administratum, let alone undermine the economy in your capital. Sabotaging logistics, riots, conspiracy, the case appears to be flimsy. Wish to learn more before I make my final decision. As you wish, your ladyship. Speak to me when you're ready. Thank you for your willingness to help, Lord Captain. I'm certain all the charges are false, and I would be grateful for your help in exposing them as such. I think you should speak to everyone present, the noble lords and ladies. Oh, you leveled up again.
Oh, I didn't finish leveling up before, so.
I thought you had finished. That's why I went up the stairs.
No, I hadn't even. I've done one of his levels. Alright, fucking.
And thanks for the support, everybody in chat tonight. Got to 60 out of 70 shabs. Some delightful raids. Pricey and trash. A few people checking in. New follow from Nerdbert. It's been a good stream. Appreciate you guys.
That one. That one. Alright, there we go.
Good to roll out, huh?
Ooh. Well, I can wear power arm, apparently.
You can?
Blood.
Oh, nice. You gonna do it?
He already is.
Cool. He looks tweet.
Tweet like a twigger.
You said it.
I have a different perspective.
Syrian Aristocrats. Clementia. Draw close to the warden, steps aside, bowing respectfully, allowing you to approach Wizarian family. Tired and slightly disheveled is the first to bow ahead. Several men and women follow suit. Your ladyship, accept my most humble apologies for failing to greet you properly, and my thanks for agreeing to speak with me. The charges brought by the governor are severe, but I can only assure you that this, and I swear on my own honor, we are not guilty of crimes that House Wazirian is being accused of. Love how you're chiming in all the way across the fucking hall. Clementia, creeps into Abelard's voice, belying his stern facade. You were acting head of this family. You were supposed to take care of each other and every family member. And now you are being accused of treason and collusion against the rogue trader. The entire family is facing death. How could you let this happen? Are you truly guilty? Be honest. I will not tolerate lies. Clementia, if you know that a member of your family is guilty of the crimes you're being accused of, Abelard, it is your family too, you know. My apologies. Shouldn't lose my composure. No member of House Viserion involved in the conspiracy against her ladyship. Honor and loyalty are not something we take lightly. And we know whom we serve. The governor claims you forged documents in the administratum. The fleet is the primary remit of House Viserion. It's our responsibility. Logistics and supply routes are another area of our responsibility. We have no direct influence on the inner workings of the Adeptus Administratum. The first large-scale deliveries were cancelled after quantities of food were miscalculated by the clerks of the Administratum, who were faced with the incorrect weather data and meagre fuel budget. It was clear that the cause of all these problems was the calculations performed in the Administratum, in one way or another, but no matter how many times we asked, we could not ever obtain clarification on the matter. The attackers were high-functioning servitors, ones that look closer to ordinary humans. Do you know anything about them? Servitors? Is that so? I've encountered servitors that were indistinguishable from normal augmented humans, but only once. They were accompanying several members of House Gaprak. Ooh. Spicy.
I believe also House Gaprak are the ones who directly oversee the Manufactorum planet that was very heavily chaos fucking infested.
If you're not guilty, who is? Who stands to gain from framing you? Anyone, really. The other houses consider us unworthy of our position. Many would jump at a chance to rid us and gain control over what once was our domain. Planet's fleet and logistics at the very least. Lady Theodora chose to grant noble status to House Viserion. The other houses, which have served in the Expanse for a millennia, did not welcome that decision. It's led to some difficulties. I want to find out what's going on here and who the real mastermind behind it is. Where should I start? I'm afraid I can't be much help. Talk to representatives of the other houses and eavesdrop on their retinues. Maybe you could hear something unusual. Okay.
Yeah, I remember the fucking old Keithy boy nurse that
The beady sweat on the sun.
Yeah, that Cornelius.
PP for
Otherwise,
my
yeah,
bunghole.
there's-
I am Cornholio.
Indeed.
Where is Cornhole?
Up here. Also, you want to take control of Cabello?
Show.
So, Drivestream and his cornhole child is right there, yeah. But there's also all these aristocrats and such around who may say shit.
Governor Drystone is surrounded by his retinue, dressed in expensive gowns and finery. Matching color scheme of their outfits and the striking physical resemblance among them suggests they all come from one family. Your ladyship, thank you for giving the case your undivided attention. All the assailants were high-functioning servitors. Such servitors are only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus. High-functioning? Such servitors are indeed rare, and the Gapraks do have them in their service. This could have been done intentionally with an eye to confusing you. Anyone with the desire and sufficient funds can hire them. Tell me more about your son. Thank you for your interest, but I am not worthy of it. Governor's son bows and stands as he nervously stares down at the floor. Son, show due respect, forgive him. Your ladyship, this is the first time he's had the honor of attracting the attention of a rogue trader. Tell me about your job, Cornelius. What do you do? I manage the documents and records related to the economy of Dargonis. You probably know how scrupulous the workers of the Adeptus Administration are. I'm afraid that a more detailed explanation of my duties would mirror the administrative processes of the administration. Too long and overly detailed. He tries to look you in the eye, but it's clearly hard for him to do this. And how did you manage to find the forged documents in the bureaucratic hell that is the administratum? When compiling reports on last cycle's supply chain, I noticed inaccuracies and discrepancies in the figures. With the help of the other clerks, I managed to find several other documents. He stammers and swallows. Comprehensive data analysis has shown the discrepancies were caused by intentional tampering with the data, thus leading to some logistical problems that were practically unsolvable. Father, I've managed to single out the administration clerks responsible for tampering with the dark data following a heated interrogation. They confessed that they were following the orders of someone from House Wazirian. Everything was supposed to look as though that they were the ones suffering losses from the logistical economic problems. But does House Wazirian have access to the Adeptus administration? There's no conceivable way they could do all of this in place where they do not hold any power. Before replying, the son nervously adjusts his expensive frock coat. I think the right amount of money can open any door. Cornelius, is there a true reason for your nervousness? Young man's pupils suddenly dilate. He stands at attention and replies to you in one breath. This is the first time I've spoken face to face with a rogue trader. I'm afraid saying something wrong or forgetting something important. The governor closely watches his son. His tone changes, now sounding strict and curt. You wish to tell the Lord Captain anything else? Coercion, 100%. Put your hand on your gun. This has been the rogue trader, my patience, right? I see you cannot contain your awe in face of the grand persona of your lady. Trouble you with any more question? I'm going to do the coercion. You see the flash of terror in Cornelius's eyes as he stares at your hand on your weapon. He speaks quietly and confusedly without raising a head. Forgive me, forgive me. I can't do it anymore. This lie has gone too far. I cannot longer control it. The truth is that all of the logistical problems were caused by a single error in the numbers. My mistake. What? When I discovered my mistake, it was almost impossible to restore the supply lines. Then I was approached by someone who said that they were a friend. They did not give me their name and I never saw their face. They promised to fix the problem. All I had to do was pretend the Brazilians were responsible for the mistake. As for the rest of the evidence, they promised to arrange it all and Urban curls his hands into fists, the knuckles turning white. What have you done? How could you? Your ladyship. He suddenly turns to you as if trying to shield his son. This is my fault. I trusted my son and have failed you in doing so. I beg you, have mercy. Ablard shakes his head. And you called my family's honor into question, Urbend. Nevertheless, I harbored no desire to kick a man when he is down. Lord Captain, confession you have obtained means the House Wazirian can be cleared of all charges. We still do not know who is behind the forgeries, the riots, and the plot, the assassination attempt. Someone is committing foul deeds and sowing chaos right under your subjects' noses. To leave that stone unturned would be dangerous. What is this friend that approached you, Cornelius? How did the two of you communicate? By letter. I received a letter out of the blue. It was unsigned. The person writing already knew about my erroneous calculations. They offered to help me cover up my misdeed, and in return, I would name the Rosarians as the ones that sabotaged the supply lines. All I had to do was gather together some documents and reports that were listed in one of the letters, and that I kept my mouth shut. I sentence you to death immediately. And your son has found the courage to admit his mistake. I'll try and find some compassion for him in my heart. Thank you, your ladyship. And as for your position, I think you will be reassigned to a role requiring less responsibility. I shall return to you later. I think we still need to go talk to the Sowerbacks. What do you reckon?
All the Gapraks.
That's the ones. Gapraks.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
think they're over
The
here.
Saddlebacks are over here, and the Gapraks are on the other side of the statue there.
Before bowing, Sowerback scrutinizes you with a bitter, judgmental look. Hector Sowerback, looking like a younger copy of his father, stands at a slight distance, close to his mother. An expensive yet understated dress serves to highlight the dazzling beauty of Marquesia's wife, Regina. Your ladyship, I'm delighted that you've chosen to grace us with your attention. She drops into a curtsy, looking intently in your eyes. I'm going to flirt with his wife. I'm honored. Noticing your gesture, readily extends her delicate hand, her nails long and manicured. Kind of you to say, your ladyship. Burning eyes fixed on you, Sowerback straightens and leans forward, trying to partially occupy the space between you and his wife. Set against the doom and gloom of current events in your husband's dour family, you look especially dazzling today, Regina. Oh, failed. Do you truly believe them guilty? Certainly. Governor Driveston possesses proof of their guilt. No means refute it. Can't remember Pandora or Van Valencia seeking your advice on what House Wazarian should do in this situation. Pay attention, Macarius. Focus on the rogue traders' questions. Who apart from the Wazarians could have motive to conspire against me? House Drivestrom, wishing to expand their clout. House Gaprak, who lost their influence after the Kiava Gamna incident. Looks at his family and turns to you. House Sowerback, whose patriarch is too direct in his communication with the rogue trader. Anyone could give a reason to conspire against you, and equally, they could have none. Not a question of motive, but loyalty. Each of your subjects has sworn an oath of loyalty to you. You sent to the palace were rare high-functioning servitors. Do you think the Gapraks could be behind the attack? I've always thought Terinia too weak to participate in such risky ventures. It seems I was wrong.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Lords and ladies sumptuously dressed in the colours of House Gaprak are standing in half circle around Toriana, her son Vincent. Toriana, sorry. The bodies and faces of almost every member of this dynasty are covered in large ornate augmetics. Toriana Gaprak curtsies. Her mechanical voice sounds distant and indifferent. Greetings, your ladyship. May the Omniscient grant you understanding. And with a click, her visor oculars swivel to the central. Abelard, must be difficult for you to be here under these circumstances with your house standing accused of such a grave crime. My family, Lady Toriana, is yet to be found guilty of anything. That verdict is for the rogue trader to reach. Do you think the verdicts be true? I would not take such responsibility myself to rule on their guilt. I do think Governor Driveston's accusations are worthy of consideration. In your opinion, which nobles might have a reason to be party to such a conspiracy? Pardon my bluntness. I'll answer truthfully. Could be anyone. Greed, fear, ideals that drive them most loyal subjects to the unthinkable. Vincent, I wish to speak to you. Ready to serve. What do you make of the charges? I do not think I can doubt the validity of accusations, but I'm also not sure the House Wazarian had any reason to betray you. I do not know any instance where their loyalty to you and the Emperor was anything else but unwavering. I know you care for Asteria Wazirian. Are you prepared to watch her die? The young man scrutinizes his mother and his family members for a few moments.
There's something you ought to know. Today I noticed one of my family members to be in an odd, uncharacteristic mood. Halen Gaprak, in my paternal second cousin, once removed, may Emperor save his soul, usually reserved and self-possessed. Today he was frantic and anxious, fidgeting with small piece of paper and seemingly looking at someone with no avail. When I saw him, he headed for the entrance hall, where the altars are. Perhaps you should talk to him. I've examined the bodies of the assailants that were killed today, all of them high-functioning servitors, such servitors only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus, isn't that so? It's impossible to read Toriana's emotions in her heavy augmented face, but a sudden turn towards her family member portrays her confusion with surprise. Perplexed whispers bounce around from family member to another. Impossible. We came here by ourselves without servitors. Your ladyship, thank you for informing over this. You're absolutely right, my house has been indeed endowed with high-functioning servitors, a blessing for those who revere the Omniscire, but today, none of our members were accompanied by them.
We should probably go talk to old mate out by the front that was suggested.
Yeah, where is it? The altar.
So he's out the front. So down here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on the level below, he's there. See where my ping is? In fact, if you hold tab, we'll see, Halen Gaprak.
Finely dressed man in the middle years is kneeling before the altar, palms folded in prayer close to his face. The implant-free parts of his skin are sickly blue color. The nobleman does not react to your presence. He doesn't lift his head, doesn't blink, doesn't breathe. When you draw closer, you realize he's dead. Abelard looks at the man, his eyes grim, the colors of House Gaprak. Do not believe he decided to take his own life in such an extravagant way. There's a warden post here, but I do not see any of the wardens. There is no one to ask what happened here or with whom this man spoke before he died. I'd like to ask Urbent where the palace guard suddenly disappeared. Kibala examines the body. This man was poisoned. A paralyzing toxin. The victim cannot scream, call for help, attract attention, or breathe. Good tool for silent killing. I've made use of it in the past. Search the pockets. You discover a secret pocket in the lining of the dead man's luxurious jacket. Fold a piece of paper. Inside, hiding a handkerchief embroidered with the initials, HG. Make sure the rogue trader is attacked by someone loyal. It should appear if it was all staged to let the Rosarian family escape. This is the last assignment. Soon your debt will be paid around in full. Look around. Almost certain the wardens are usually stationed nearby, but their post is empty. Where have they gone? It would have been excellent to question Governor Drivestone. And I guess we'll try their awareness.
May as well.
Oh, we did it. There are no visible wounds on the body, but near the edge of the gold-trimmed collar, you notice a tiny puncture in his blue skin. Wound caused by a thin needle. Alright, guess we go back to Drivestone.
I kind of like Drivestone as a character.
Yeah?
Like, he's a weaselly, shitty little noble, but he's also not necessarily evil.
Yeah. Like he, as soon as his son lied or whatever. Conversations die down. The governor bows his head. I may serve you. Ready to pronounce the verdict? I can't even talk to him about it.
me go talk to the Gaprex again. Discovered a dead body, a member of your house, right in my palace. He died kneeling in prayer. Covers her mouth open with her hand in surprise. Halen, it can't be. Tell me about him. One of the lower-ranking members of House Gaprak. Despite his advanced age, he never held high office. He was forever striving to be better positioned, even beyond his abilities. Many members of my house struggled to cope with the misfortune that befell Kiavagama and my family. Some members could not reconcile themselves to our new position. Halen was one of them. What could have happened? Time to keep silence long gone. The future of Von Valencia's trade dynasty and your house are at stake. We lost Kiavagama, truly devastating blow to every member of House Caprak. Lost all hope for the future, and my kin lost their sense of purpose. We needed time to recover and chart a new course. We were and still all more than capable of doing that. I will not deny it. The other houses have offered us their assistance. For their own self-serving ends, perhaps Halen decided to take them up on their offers behind my back. Central bows so slightly and speaks quietly so that only you can hear him. From across the fucking room, apparently. Lord Captain, Gaprax, or perhaps only some of them, definitely involved. I suspect they were not behind the plot against you. Halen Gaprak could be nothing more than a puppet in the hands of a deft puppet master. Must expose whoever that is if we were to prevent pestilence and heresy from spreading any further. I'm listening. Interrogate the heads of Drivestrom and Sauerback. One of them has been pulling the strings. Once we uncover the new evidence, announce that the guilty party will be publicly executed before we pronounce the verdict. I suggest focusing on each house in your indictment speech, and I shall observe them. I've known all these people far longer than you have. I know all their gestures, habits, behavioral quirks, and I'm sure that I'll be able to determine which one of them is responsible for the riots based on their behavior. Pretty sure there was some more dialogue to be had. Okay, that's it. Discovered a dead body. Man in House Gaprak. No. Know nothing about this note.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
See Halen Gaprak before I arrived? Halen? Didn't see him myself, perhaps. I think my sister and I saw him sitting on the bench some distance away from the palace's entrance, accompanied by a gentleman, but forgive us, we couldn't make out his face. Lead me to that place.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Ooh, awareness.
Applaud my
100%.
brilliance.
I wanted to assist you. How Sauerback serves this wine. Oh, okay.
Okay. That didn't open up any more dialogue with them.
In this tapestry of a world.
I believe a lot of this comes to light during the whole Oh, there you go. There's the thing about the dialogue or the wardens.
There was no one near the deceased. The ones that left their post. Emperor forbid. Your negligence is stunning. Assassination attempt followed by a mysterious death. Oblivious to everything. Maybe so, but it is for the rogue traitor to accuse me of negligence, not you. Your ladyship, accept my deepest apologies for my imprudence. Nothing matters more to me than my honor. I shall send the servants to deal with this all immediately. Alright, what do you reckon? Pronounce the verdict?
Oh, man, it's during the verdict that you do the big fluffy speech, and Abelard's gonna look at them and go, "Hey, like they're acting weird or they're acting weird."
Tifithos. Wait, is that Tiathalos? New name? Let me see here. Yes. Hello. How are you going? Yes, I remember our last conversation. And you've been through some character building and soul searching stuff. Doing good. Enjoying my week off work, school holidays with Maya. Been doing some fun stuff, and streams have been good. Playing this with Pants Man, my first foray into 40k universe. Yeah, it's been awesome. Gone saw the movies, went to like a science museum, went and caught up with my folks. Been a busy week, but fun week. All right, let's summon everyone. Many faces are watching you, each and every one awaiting the rogue trader's verdict with bated breath. The charges brought by Governor Drivestem were fabricated. House Wazirian had nothing to do with the orchestration of the riots or the plot targeting the rogue trader. However, the real perpetrators are here in this very room. The seneschal nods to you as if urging you to continue and shifts his piercing gaze to the crowd before you. Question about 40k? Go for it. Shoot. Go for it, Sains. Yeah, Tiff, I hope everything in your life's been all aces since we last spoke. Anything exciting? And what do we got here? We got awareness 100% on everything. A lot of things. Yeah. Hurdles, not stop signs. But I'm glad things are okay. Because the opposite of that is not okay. And that's not cool. You've been Drivestem. You have exhibited inexcusable negligence by failing to question the possible involvement of any other families besides the Wazirians. We've discovered the attempt on my life was orchestrated by a member of House Gaprak. You have been Drivestem. You've been accused of House Wazirian of violations that were in the truth a result of a grave error committed by your son. Toriana Caprak, a member of your family, orchestrated an assassination attempt against me here in my own palace. Though he already been found dead, his act is reason enough to forever brand your house as traitors. I know House Sourback offered their help to the Gapraks, and the late Halen Gaprak seemed to accepted the offer. Oh, so I actually have to choose.
So I'm pretty sure what's going to happen here is as you talk about them, because we've collected all the evidence, and because fucking Keith's a champ. fucking yeah, it's and Abelard's gonna like look at them as you're addressing them and be like, yes or no, essentially.
Right. So I'm not locking in my answer.
No, the locking in the answer is the one at the very bottom that says, I'm about to fucking.
Gotcha.
In the conspiracy against the rogue trader, I find is the one that leads to the answer.
Gotcha. Yeah. Had the breakdown, started HRT, and decided on a name. I'm glad you got the name picked out. That's cool. That's a huge step forward. All right, let's go with you, Ben Drivestrom. You've been exhibiting inexcusable negligence. Failing to question the involvement of any other members. The governor closes his eyes. Fear and shame getting the better of him. Faces the crowd look confused and surprised. But you see more wearing expressions of self-satisfied contempt. Abelard looks from the governor to you and subtly shakes his head as if to say no. Drivestone is not Drivestone pulling the strings. Toriana Gaprak, member of your family, orchestrated the assassination attempt against me here in my own palace. Being found dead is reason enough to brand your house as traitors. Mocking whispers creep through the crowd and Toriana's trembling faintly. She still not raise her head, perhaps out of fear of meeting her fate face to face. Hard gaze softens, an elusive gesture visibly only to you. Toriana Gaprak is guilty only of her own poor judgment. I know the House Sauerback offered their help to the Gapraks, and the late Halen Gaprak seemed to have accepted the offer. They're responsible for his death as well. He furrows his brows and slightly cocks his head. He averts his gaze for the first time, as if trying to remember or make sense of something, and you notice some restless movements behind him. Abelard narrows his eyes and scrutinizes the Macarius Sauerback and the retinue standing behind him. His sharp eye lights up when he catches sight of something important and hidden in the crowd, looks at you and nods. The puppeteers, giving themselves away, pronounce the verdict. The air in the room is frozen with a tense, almost electrified silence. All the nobles, some with fear and others with reverent anticipation, await your verdict. So,
I would say number one, just because it was Abelard's family who was wronged initially.
House Sauerback guilty. Seneschal, take him from here. Can you unalive this person too? I don't know. Your question, Saiyans, probably better addressed from Pants, but recently learned that orcs have psychic ability where if enough of them believe in something, it can become true. So if all orcs believe the Emperor was completely healthy and incredibly powerful, would that actually empower him enough to heal him and let him get up from the Golden Throne, or is that beyond the orc's psychic field can do?
So the psychic thing with the orcs is that the more of them you get together, the more their shit works properly, the more this thing works. So things like, if you paint something red, it will go faster. Like, if they build two identical trucks, one of them is painted red, it will go faster on account of it is red. And all the orcs will look and go, it's because it's red. That's sort of how that whole thing works. The Emperor on the Golden Throne being revitalized by the orcs is a sort of strange point of contention, because the orcs know about the Emperor. They know he's somewhere. And they're aware that he's the leader of humanity, because every time they fight humans are shouting for the Emperor, and everywhere around them are statues of the Emperor. So, you know. So it's kind of believed that either it just doesn't quite work that way because orc shenanigans are just that, shenanigans. But also, it could also be that the only reason the Emperor remains where he is because the orcs believe him, and like that belief is sort of what let him hold on all those years ago.
There you go. Good explanation.
Because their whole thing doesn't work on logic. It's like one orc was out in a ship with all of his fucking crew, and they jumped into the warp, and because the warp is all funny and fucky, he got spat back out at the exact same spot, but a few hours behind when he left. So he looked out the window and saw his own ship, but in the past. So naturally, he boarded the ship, found his past self, killed him so he could have two of his favorite gun. He did not suffer the fate of starting a fucking time loop or a paradox or anything like that, because the orcs don't understand that. Therefore, like, it just isn't a concern.
Two of his favorite gun.
Yeah. It's his whole fucking reason for doing it.
Abelard steps forward and stares intently at House Sauerbach's patriarch. Macarius, I must admit I've always admired your bluntness, but just as once as I had to say goodbye to a promotion because of my dislike for your intrigue, you and your family might soon have to say goodbye to your heads. Tell me, now, in your blunt fashion, are you loyal to House von Valancius? I am loyal, Rosarian. You're not lying, but someone else is. Someone who's poised to destroy both you and your family for her own gain. Macarius does not have any time to respond. Regina, who's standing beside him, raises her arm as if to slap the elderly sentinel. Abelard deftly catches her wrist, stopping her hand right in front of his face. Her dainty hand is adorned with a massive augmented ringed top with a thin spike dripping with venom. God damn. Apparently I ended my live stream on YouTube. I don't think I did. No, it's still going. I don't know why my chat thing says that. Sauerbach shifts his confused gaze from his wife to Abelard and then back again. Stiff arrogance has vanished from his posture. Regina, you? Mother. Upon realizing what happens, Hector recalls from his mother. Macarius, your bluntness makes you an open book. And when I talked about helping the Gapraks, you had no idea what I was referring to. Your wife. Eyes started shifting like you would not believe. Regina Sauerbach, you alone betrayed the rogue trader, jeopardizing the prosperity of your von Valancius trade dynasty. You alone are responsible for your unmasking. Why would you do this? Like the spike on her ring, Regina's words are dripping with poison and rage. Because Dargonis is serving an impostor. The true heir of the Protectorate bears a different name. When Kunrad appeared on Dargonis, he paid me a visit and opened my eyes to the truth of the situation. Theodora was killed by the one whom she so unwaringly taken under her wing. Macarius is too narrow-minded to even consider opposing the rogue trader. Even an illegitimate one had to wait for the right moment, and the disappearance of the Lord Captain could not have come at a better time. It's quite simple to trigger a chain of events on Dargonis so that the people remembered Master Voigtvir's past service.
It seems that many of your subjects do not actually consider you a worthy successor. Why the Wazirians? Because when stripped of the Seneschal's protection, this house is the weakest one of all of Dargonis, and they are also particularly disliked by the governor's family. It would have been easy to bury the Wazirians under accusations of heresy. And who aided you? There's no way you could have managed this on your own. Of course I didn't. I have too many helpers to list them all. Rest assured there were plenty of them. Just as there are plenty of people who follow Master Voigtveer. My death will not change anything. The true rogue trader will come to take his rightful place when the time is right. And how'd you kill Halen Gaprak? Halen was a good agent, but he was also a coward. He came to me just before our formidable rogue trader arrived. He was ready to confess everything. I suggested that he plead the Emperor's forgiveness first. And he did grant him mercy, did he not? I thought there could be something special between us.
Maybe not during a public fucking...
Abelard, the sentence yet to be carried out. Finish it. Rogue trader condemn only the rotten apple or the entire barrel?
I mean, it was already pointed out that that the whole family wasn't, it was just her.
Yeah. I will not exterminate an entire noble line that is loyal to me because of one traitor. Regina Sauerback shall be subjected to intense interrogation followed by execution. But the traitor's ring. Compact weapon in the form of a ring that allows the wearer to fire a liquefier shot once per combat. Can anyone check the YouTube stream if they've got a second and type something there? I just want to see. Because I got a notification. Yeah, I ended it, which I didn't. Order of the rogue trader Regina Sauerback sentenced to death for heresy and crimes against the von Valancius trade dynasty. What the hell did they do to kill her? That was bizarre. My hands still smell like balls. Okay, cool. I was like, did I get banned or something? The nobles disperse, sated by the bloody performance. Abelard approaches you. Lord Captain, you have my thanks. Rogue trader should not waste time on matters that her servants and trustees can resolve. In this case, your intervention was necessary, not just for the sake of my family, but your trade dynasty. Regina Sauerback, evidently Conrad's accomplices, continue to plot against your protectorate. I fear we have not heard the last of such scoundrels. Thanks to you, House Wazirian saved, although it came close to being wiped out as the result of scheming without an imprudence within. Abelard pauses. Sometimes I think about how much I could teach them. I could ensure that they survive in the future without me. What are you going to do now? I need time to reflect. I think I'll be ready to resume this conversation later when we're back on board the ship. Videos there? Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alright.
Back to the ship.
I think so. There's a quicker way if you go up to the side room.
Oh, I should talk to Clementia too. Cheese. Thanks, Saints. Thanks, Adski. I hope your stay in Dagonis will be beneficial for your physical and mental state. Okay. You have nothing to say. Nice.
He's all professional.
Curiosity merchant too. Are you Padme Adala? Because I want to see those boobies. Unusual cyber beast equipment that Captain Renegade's. Oh, okay. What do you have? A maintenance station upgrade kit. Improves the Rogue Trader's familiar maintenance stations. Okay. And we can't improve this guy's profit factor, I suppose. It's all based off.
Yeah. Like, he's only got the 1 rank. We just need more profit factor to get more of his stuff. But yes, we want to Voidship Bridge.
Didn't know my YouTube one had a number. I haven't watched in a while. I appreciate you checking in on the YouTube strum. Okay. Abelard. I am a YouTube enjoyer. I put stuff on the background. The background? Background.
If it weren't for your intervention, my entire family could have been executed on false charges. I could have lost them all. I never imagined the Versarians would be so vulnerable, while I serve as seneschal to the Lord Captain herself, far from home. To tell you the truth,
Wait back a sec, I'm just going to refill my drink.
this whole situation has got me thinking. As patriarch of the Versarian family, I have a responsibility to my bloodline. Yes, it is my duty to serve as seneschal to the Rogue Trader, and I have no intention of relinquishing that role if you find my service as satisfactory as did Lady Theodora. However, if I could be more involved in my family's affairs and still serve the von Valancius dynasty.
Tell me plainly.
Under Lady Theodora, I served as steward of the Trade Protectorate on more than one occasion. In that capacity, I was based on Dargonus, rather than traveling with the Rogue Trader on the flagship. If it would be possible, after the immediate need for my presence is over, I would like to return to that position. To oversee the Trade Protectorate on the capital world, while at the same time presiding over the Versarian family, and using my authority to help elevate it.
Understand your desire, traditions, and old ways must change. I'll allow you to return to Dagonis after the immediate crisis on the Expanse has passed.
Thank you, Lord Captain. Under my watch, the Trade Protectorate will remain safe and prosper in service to you. Well then, Lord Captain, it is time I return to my duties. Is there anything else I can do for you? A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you. You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years. and we never
In
saw
a bit.
eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. The tragedy with the Dargona's fleet vessel only confirms my fears. Conrad will miss no opportunity to harm you, and most likely complete his mission. The Master of Whispers is continuing to use the tools crafted by his own hands, and which are hidden in the depths of the von Valancius Protectorate. Any of your subjects could be an agent of his, working to serve his interests. Be on your guard, Lord Captain. As you wish, Lord Captain.
I gave him permission after we deal with the crisis. He can return to his planet and oversee the Trade Directorate. Have it on the TV. Hazardous for the algorithm. My parents are doing that. And sweet. They're looking at videos on toilets. Kept getting random video suggestions for toilets. Incredible. I guess you could say those algorithm suggestions were a little crappy. Good watching. I should try and get some rest. It's 2 a.m. I was gonna say in New Zealand it'd be super early for you, mate. Please, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad your streams are going well and you're keeping well. We'll see you around. Take it easy, okay? Accept my report in person. Criminal collusion among senior officers. Criminal collusion? Alright, we'll see you, Solomon. Thanks, Saints. Cheese. 3 senior officers accountable for misconduct I've uncovered. The ship's crew is full of wanted criminals. Do you refute the charge, Generous Donrock? Are you insinuating, esteemed Proctor? Heretics on board the ship of the Emperor's Anointed are a threat to the whole Imperium. If anyone knew about this and failed to report it, punishment will follow. Isn't that right, Voxmaster? I do my duty honorably and obey the Lord Captain's will, whatever it may be. Why have you gathered my officers together? A scheme involving all 3 of them, coordinated by Voxmaster, who buries incriminating facts about Voidsman. Your ship in the depths of the archives. Generous and Raver turn a blind eye. Sorted pasts and new recruits and divvy up the workforce. Completely insane accusation. We're not bringing criminals into the crew intentionally. Of course we're not. I'll admit that we do not try and hunt down every biographical fact about each Voidsman who sets foot on board, but only because that would be a hopeless endeavor. None of us have the intention of populating your ship with heretics. We're really talking about taking fugitive criminals into our crew? Sort of. Sometimes they slip through the net because we don't have information for local wardens. Sometimes we're forced to overlook an unsightly past for the sake of acquiring niche specialists. Even common smugglers, for instance, often turn to be quite an asset in Raver's crew. We draw a line, however, at even a whisper of genuine heresy in Void Father's past. I'm sure you realize, Lord Captain, that smuggling and false cultism are both heresies in the eyes of the law. For they transgress his word, but one is far more dangerous than the other, to put bluntly.
Why have you kept this from me? I didn't intend to hide it from you. Theodora did not deign to involve herself in such trifling matter as replenishing her workforce. Only interested in ensuring that there were no interruptions to the running of the ship. Has handled crew appointments on her own without your ladyship's involvement. Why not hire people from the lower decks? Our esteemed Maester Helmsman meant to say is there's unfortunates are only suitable for menial labor. It's simply impossible to find qualified voidsmen in the numbers we require. Solomon, why stage this scene, accusing them in front of the bridge, in a rush, and applied the regulations in custody using on vessels of your flagship? My fault for misjudging the situation. And what would you do in my position, Solomon? I can see that your officers are acting for the good of the dynasty. It'd be unfair not to take that into account to their sentencing. Therefore, I'd propose a process of atonement for the criminals brought aboard. Those who show due diligence and loyalty in the end of their term may officially join the crew. All expenses are to be taken out of personal allowance of these three. Be their penalty for circumventing the law. Allocate protectorate funds for training specialist crewmen. We have enough masters of their own craft on board to train a new generation. Trained specialists. Put a stop to the recruitment of fugitive criminals. Qualified personnel shortage was solved by appointing specially trained voidsmen among the crew. Lance weapons will deal 3+ damage. Officers' commendation.
That's I think 2 or 3 year.
Macro cannons upgraded with special void fire technology. Make an additional attack. Redemptive act. 5+ weapon damage dealt to pirates in the first round of space battles. We normally get to use the lance straight away, don't we?
It depends on where the opponent is. The lance is the one that sticks out the front.
Let's go then, Mac. I guess. I'll go to number 2. Take time, great deal of time. You require considerable financial contribution.
So we started Space TAFE.
Come on down to Space Uni. Where lunch breaks are in the warp. Lord Captain, urgent message. For fuck's sake. Arrested dangerous saboteur that attempted to gain entry on the bridge. Both saboteur and the circumstances of the capture are rather strange. Magos Pascal to take a look at him. Man, we're like jumping from one system to another and it's a boom, 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 boom. A group of servitors whose movements are suspiciously well synchronized stare at the towering prisoner. You do not need to hear them speak to recognize Nomos, who has been seen fit to attend the interrogation. Asilpius? Captured man, if he can be called that, looks positively gigantic next to the enforcers at his side. Deadly looking metal gleams dimly beneath his faded crimson robes, and his hands are folded obediently. His mechahedrites are perfectly still. I greet the master of this vessel, Cathedral, and offer my humble apologies for this unbidden intrusion. My apologies to you as well, brother. The prisoner turns slightly and looks at Nomos, observing, and of course I must beg forgiveness from you, Great Spirit. Not my intent to desecrate your temple.
I honor the fraternity of the Omniscience servants. It pains me to see you trespassing on board like a thief instead of arriving as a guest. For that I apologize. Didn't expect to find understanding amidst the suffocating ignorance that abounds within the laity. Even many of my brethren, for this, I choose to carry out my mission in secret without seeking your permission. My name, if it matters, is Asclepius, formerly a computator general of the Cognizance fleet. Now a Liber Recluse, the status of Malatek. Malatecs are exiles where ideas have not crossed the line of heresy yet have come close to it. They were removed from the fleet structure to give them a chance to see the folly of their ways and prevent sedition from spreading. All of that is trivial. My past is nothing but a set archive data. My lost status is part of the replacement string in the long chronicle of the Cognizance fleet. I come not as the priesthood's messenger, but as a faithful disciple to the most holy Amarnat. My brother once served me in the infancy prime of this ship. He was adherent of the school of discontinuing the cycle, as am I. It is spread that far. It's difficult to discern Pascal's emotions. I know that my brother perished, but before he did, he sent me a message that told me the journey embarked upon by Theodora von Valancius, a journey through a dimensional gate, an artifact more ancient than humanity itself, and towards worlds unknown. The blessed Amarnat was with her. There, upon the dark worlds, he witnessed a great miracle, the birth of the machine spirit, incalculable might. My brother believed that the spirit fell aslumber within the ship, a child in the cradle, not responding to lowly pleas, but the purpose of my pilgrimage is to reach the ship where my brother died, the ship upon whose decks were blessed the Amarnat had walked, and prostrate myself before the Great Spirit. Amarnat traveled on this ship? He did. Years ago, Amarnat was part of the Reg Trader Theodora's inner circle. Tell me about Theodora's journey. It's scarce. My brother suspected that his memory, along with the memory of those that might details have been purposely modified. He saw it as a sign that the journey had revealed a great truth. Those who did not wish to see the truth brought to light. All that he conveyed to me was Theodora had reached worlds unlike any people in the Coronus Expanse had ever seen. Unearthed the great treasure of technology, one that Amarnat had the privilege of experiencing. What do you know about... Oh. What did I just say? Nomos something. He's not come to know us yet. He will if you let him. We sense that his words are about us. The story he's told is our story. What do you know about the Great Spirit? It's a great miracle. The Omniscience breath meant to help us discontinue the cycle. Born of the treasure the Amarnat and Theodora discovered in the Dark Worlds. Being so glorious needs attendants and guides. Cognizance fleet is racked by schism, and my brothers and sisters suffer defeats without end. No need to aid the spirit, that's why I came here. You're strong, but you let yourself get caught. Took a vow that I would never inflict physical harm upon lay people. Omnissiah grants us power of true flesh for a purpose other than damaging frail, blind creatures that are all that have not yet tasted his knowledge. As I will, yet I plead that my brother be shown leniency. His story initializes thought. We ask you to keep him for us. Find you guilty of the offences against the cult Mechanicus and household Valencius are crimes warrant punishment more severe than death. You will atone by serving me and therefore the Imperium. Your actions have caused no harm. I shall not harm you. You are free. You stay aboard your ship if you choose. You're now mine. You will observe my every whim. Executed. Caused no harm. Could not ask for more. All I wish is to remain in these halls and observe the reverence of the Great Spirit's deeds. Nomwest's servitors turn their heads to you and nod all at once, what can be interpreted as an expression of gratitude. Now it's asking us to talk to Nomwest. Where is Nomwest again?
To the right of the map.
Massive figure of the Malatek Asclepius is frozen before the cogitator and praying pose. Without raising his head, he addresses you. I salute the ruler of this ship. You're in a servitor's body at my Magna Ascesia, Nomwest. How is it that you're once again in a cogitator? Nomwest are not in a cogitator or a servitor. I cannot say where we are. Your existence is tied to the existence of the ship. Servitor and the cogitator are external interfaces, shells. You really are the spirit? Do you not know what we are? The ship is not us, the ship is our cradle. Bodies are not merely shells, they are shells. The human's existence, more existence, the shell was something more. Seen you found your great spirit, Asclepius. Found a miracle, the end of my worldly road. Never seen, never will see anything more meaningful than the spirit of Nomwest. The face of its multitude, we are nothing, we're all nothing but the fixed values of an erroneous function. You read the data bank recovered from Theodora's cache. You said the incident marked from the beginning of Nomwest. What do you mean? Brought data sustenance that contained epitaph, the name we recognize where Nomwest originated from. The incident N87204 was a shipwide system failure of some kind. Epitaph had something to do with the ship flying better. It marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These all links to the same chain. The people who accompanied Theodora on her travels were strangely unaware of the incident in the epitaph. Purged their memories. Someone simply didn't want them to access it. Full silence. Symbols race chaotically on the screen. Huge cogitator. You hear an almost human groan. Nomwest understand, realize, comprehend themselves. For a moment there's silence broken by the moans of the huge machine. And a cyber gargoyle begins to speak, and with it the other servitors chosen by Nomwest. We've analyzed the data which you stated to us, recreated the sequences of events. There was an epitaph. It was a world, merely a case, a container. Something we cannot name, cannot understand. Theodora and this ship been to that place. Something that was lifted from that world. A gift, a trusted priest in crimson. One who identified himself as Amanat. Comprehended the gift raised from epitaph, and from it created the data bank's list as a tech blight. But that is not how Nomwest came into being. We're not invented, we were not freed, we came into being by accident. Theodora's ambition, the myriad mechanisms of the huge ship, Eminent's mind, the inquisitive attempts to comprehend and extract dormant light, the dormant epitaph, what lies hidden in the depths. And between it all, we slipped in, connected and emerged like an electrical discharge. Accident, incident, that is what we are. We have no purpose, no history, Nomwest just are. Do you know where the epitaph is? Data's gone, deleted, erased. You cannot trace who did this or why. A tech blight?
Gift, a terrible one. Theodora coveted it. She needed it desperately. We don't know why. As Amanat evolved, desired knowledge, Theodora led him to explore the gifts of the epitaph, slaking his thirst, but we know it did bring him happiness, and the footprints of his slaked thirst fear followed. The blessed Amanat was involved in the birth of the spirit named Nomwes. I do not believe for a moment that he could have been frightened by this miracle. It was not us he feared. He did not know us, but only suspected his mental processes were occupied by a tech blight. That's what he feared. He wanted protection from it. The ship was on Epitaph. Amanat traveled aboard it, investigating the tech blight. Nomos was born as a result of an incident, so how is it possible that no one in the crew knew this whole truth? Truth was hidden deliberately. The officer's memories were stolen. Cogitators and memory banks were wiped. It took you feeding us the truth bit by bit for us to piece it together and understand. Who has the resources, knowledge, and power to accomplish such a feat? Being beyond the capabilities of blessed Amanat himself. He would never destroy knowledge. The story disturbs me. It sounds like an echo of a sacrilege whose name in the preservation of ignorance. The spirit of Nomwes must be protected from the encroachments of that power that tried to conceal the truth of its birth. What's your purpose? Serve the light and truth and greatness that is the Imperium. Blessed be this spirit, a great path and great future lies before it. We must assist it on its way. Okay, I think we completed that. I don't know why the music's so like intense. Alright, we'll deal with this mess and I think we'll save it after that.
We'll finally have a rational system.
Hey? Yeah.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, Alpha was sending in the pot steam thing.
Rise up to that storm. Death to his enemy.
And there's a DC. Cancel.
Yeah, we'll just run with the cancel, see if that works.
Weather the storm.
Okay.
I bring mercy and retribution.
What the hell? How did Cabela get hurt?
Where did you send the hot steam vents?
Oh.
As the tenants demand. Trust me. I shall not fail. Caught by the web. Trust me. An offering of blood.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Wait, what did you do with Agenta?
Hmm?
Did you even do anything with Agenta?
Yeah, I shot the fuck out of some things and killed two.
Oh no, the desynchronization's bad.
Well, we should probably quickly reload then.
Yeah. It didn't do that at all. All right.
Alrighty.
What's Keithy gonna do?
Oh, he's gonna fucking plasma some poor sucker in the face, that's for sure. Question is, which are one of them? Let's go with this one. I said, let's go with this one. There we go.
Nice.
Then we can roll this.
Okay. Hello, Sunny. Good morning. Nice, that worked. Um,
See how the wolf succeeds!
How come I can't use that? Oh, I'm in melee range. $19 to $30.
So it's my hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
Morning knackers. I end my turn, Pants. It's all yours. Yeah. It is actually morning for me too. It is 12:30 in the morning, to be precise. What's going on, Sonny? Oh. Starting work, that's rough. I've had this whole week off. It's been so nice. It's school holidays, so I've just been running around with Maya. Dad and daughter time, it's been good. Lots of activities. What are you going to do here, Pants? Smack him with a hammer?
Yeah.
Stay vigilant!
Alright. What's my character going to do here? Oh, I know. This is what they'll do. They're going to summon Clyde. Where are they going to summon Clyde to? It's the number one question. I think right here.
A genius at work.
And then we'll go... Send Clyde over here. And then we'll do that. And then we'll send Clyde back over here.
What if?
And
A wicked thought.
I'll end my turn.
Weapon at the ready. A born predator does not become prey.
I love that Alpha just takes no damage. Like they'll hit him, but it just does nothing. You just took 0 damage as well.
This truly is just Baldur's Gate 3 in Warhammer. I love it.
As the tenants demand.
We'll do a bit of this.
Trust me. The shadows will see it done.
Oh, cheeky parry, huh?
Follow my lead.
I feel like I don't pop off with Cabela like you do when you have control of Cabela.
It just takes a bit of getting used to and figuring out what, like, initiates it to fucking pop off.
Mm.
Alright,
Oof. Juicy. Nice.
unfortunately, that's all I can really do with her at the moment, so...
Keithy's turn.
Keith, on the other hand...
What's Keithy gonna do? He's gonna turn off the steam.
Yeah.
Keithy doesn't like it hot and steamy.
I mean, not when you know that's going to cause third-degree fucking burns.
Some people might be into that. Oh,
Oh,
damn. Double trouble.
and you're right, Keith is into it, just not on himself.
Oh, I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Really? Speak for yourself. I'll yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah, but you're an asshole.
Yeah?
That's what I like about you.
Bitch, I know what I am.
Unapologetically an asshole.
Gotta play to be strengths.
Well, Alpha's been hit a fair few times, but I have no idea what it's even done to him, to be honest.
Fuck all. Because those are las guns, that is ceramite armor.
Alright, we'll kill you, and then 2 more of you spawn. Then kick you. Then oh, that didn't really work.
Yeah, but he's scared now.
Abelard's turn.
Ho 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 ho. Fucking how about we do one of these, followed by
I've come to know that Abelard just yells a lot.
I mean the last batch of level ups I did on him, he now has taunting scream, so he will literally yell the fuck at things. Just what he did last time, which is why this pink horror sees him as a priority target. Let's do this one. Oh, look at that.
All right.
The storm approaches.
Takes care of one of them. And then
Let's see.
follow up with
Schemes within schemes.
nice.
Let's see.
And oh, you can't move up there just yet. Damn. Worth a shot. Yeah, we got to stop those portal wardens.
I feel nothing. Onward.
Bella, time for you to run over there.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. As honor ordains.
Ah, that's how I get that going. Cool. If I had Death Waltz, will I be able to reach over to the Portal Warlock? Probably not, hey.
I don't think so, no.
Stay vigilant.
The Battle Sisters' turn.
Yeah.
Very nice. Don't know how you managed to do that.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Fucking school of faith, mate. But that is one of the portal wards said.
Nice. Do you think the battle sister could take down a marine?
It's possible. So the whole thing with the Sisters of Battle is that like they have really good equipment because they're funded by the church. But also because of the way that, you know, faith actually works in the 40k universe and what have you, it is not unheard of where, you know, a Sister of Battle is in a fight and her zeal is that fucking strong that she just casually parries a demon.
Right.
So it's possible, but there needs to be some sort of divine intervention to a degree.
And there's no female marines, right?
That is correct, yeah.
But that'd be the closest equivalent to
There's a whole point of contention with the guys called the Custodians.
Mm-hmm.
And they are... The Custodians currently they are in between Marines and Primarchs.
Right.
And their whole job is to guard the Golden Throne. And so, yeah, but Games Workshop, somewhat recently-ish, brought out female Custodians. There was a whole uproar thing about it. Some people were, you know, your classic fucking, but there's no such thing as women there, my fucking fandom.
Mm-hmm.
And others were simply upset at the way that they did it, because it was pointed out many times in like previous books and novels and such. They used lots of words like, you know, brotherhood and brothers, etc., etc.
Right.
So people like referred to that and said, you guys kind of worded things like this. How do you explain that? To which Games Workshop kind of just very lazily turned it away. Oh no, it's always been this way. Like a very like, meh, we don't care sort of change to a what is a fairly big piece of law. But so there are female Custodians, but there are no female Space Marines.
Right.
Fun fact that they did have female Space Marine models way back in the 80s.
Oh.
However, they discontinued them because they didn't sell.
Right.
Yeah, so... I think that's about everything I can do with that into here.
And what was their reasoning for them? Because they weren't in the...
So, again, this was like back in the 80s, so the whole thing had sort of only just really started. The law wouldn't have been like written, because like their very first iteration of this whole universe was actually Rogue Trader.
Oh.
Going to dash it here. It's my turn, because I don't want to be standing in that zone they created.
Keith's turn.
Oh, fucking, Let's see, we got that portal wall up there still. If I move here... Look at that.
Bloody beautiful.
Fucking job's done. And then if we do this... And then we can maybe shoot up at... Oh, none of them.
Very nice.
And end my turn.
Is that all you got?
All right.
It's the custodians are actually kind of a lot of fun with their own like lore and such as well.
You're right.
Because they were the first group that the Emperor ever created. And so they are they're really good, they're really tough, they're really smart, they're really strong, they like masterful tacticians. Like he made them so that he would have people like close to his level that he could talk to and bounce ideas off and plan strategies with.
Mm.
And so they're sort of like, they're not up themselves, but they are very they're very self-aware of their abilities and their skills. And so there's this great story where there's a particular Space Marine chapter who are loyalist, but they work for the High Lords of Terror, not the Imperium or anything like that. They're basically just a bunch of fucking assholes. And there's one of them, they go and they attack a group that the custodians are hanging out with. Because they've been told to, so they do it. And the custodians are saying like, don't take another step, or I'll swing on you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take another step, or I'm gonna fucking swing on you. And so the fighting all breaks out, and it's like some group of like elite troops against these Space Marines, and he's watching like the head of these Space Marines do his thing, and he's sitting there for a second. He's watching this guy, and he's like very, very analytically looks at him for a second, and just goes, "I don't know if I could beat him."
Right.
Like not as a self-doubt thing, like he was objectively
Statistically
unsure.
working it out, yeah.
Yeah, because like they can usually like look at a Space Marine for like 5 seconds and be like, "I'll kill him in 3 moves,"
Right.
because they can just like see how the Marine fights and how they'll react to things. Let's do one of these.
Nice.
And one of these.
Oh, nice.
Fucking double teamed. One of these. And one of these. You know what, actually? I'm gonna pop this.
I was going to say, one of us have to use it at some point.
He's too close. This one, however.
An exemplary strike.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
There you go. Cop that. And that's what it attacks.
What do we got left here?
We
Just
have 7
these.
enemies left. We have 3 Madden fighters at the other end of the alley that Ulfar is in. We have got the pink horror facing off against Abelard, who will turn into 2 blue horrors. We've got a blue horror, 2 blue horrors in front of Ulfar and Cabello. Very nice. We have 1 blue horror in front of Ulfar and Cabello. We have no blue horrors in front of Ulfar and Cabello.
What if?
So we have 5 enemies left. 3 of them are those mad fires up there. 2 of them are those mad fires up there.
My character finally cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I don't like the little cunts fucking cartwheeling away. Pisses me off.
They're cheeky little fucks.
I'm just gonna move all the way over here just because I can.
Yep. Do it. I did spend a fair bit of time in the early levels building Cabela up for movement, so take advantage.
We'll do that. And
Tenants demand.
do that. And apparently I can't do anything more.
Oof. Wait. What's he suffering from? Blood stain. Okay, never mind. Oh, actually. Yeah, no, never mind. Let's have a look through her moves there, and yeah, none of those would be. Unless, of course, she can pull out the sidearm and take a shot.
Nah.
But I don't.
I
Yeah.
cannot serve you in this way.
Weapon at the ready.
Lured him out. That works.
Alrighty. We will go with a super secret technique known as foot to the fucking face. And then we will fucking use the ancient method of hold down the trigger.
So why wasn't that done till now? That's better.
Alright, so we've got